Hi, and welcome to Thursday with a Friend. My name is Lawrence. Today, I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to have two people on at once. It's kind of a package deal, but you guys have probably heard me talk about this couple before, this toy store, uh, and I'm lucky to have a lot of good toy stores in the area, or as I was told earlier today, toy stores. Maybe not good ones, but there's a lot of good toy stores that I have. And I know a lot of you don't even get to have one. But for me, I ran into these guys, found out about the store shortly after they had opened. And sometimes you walk into a place and you get to know somebody, um, let alone two of them, and you realize that they're really good people. And so I really wanted to bring these guys on to start off the new season. I think season 3 of doing Thursday with a Friend. But anyway, I have some special, special guests, and you're gonna find out why D is a saint. Sarge and Red's store, John and D. Well, there's D.
Hi.
Oh, there's John. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
You're so sweet of what you were saying. All those lies you were telling.
I know, right?
No, you are a saint, believe me. Anyone that's been in there and watched John, sometimes when he gets angry, no one ever sees
it. I get hangry sometimes.
Yeah.
That is true. No, honestly, God, you have a wonderful store. Everyone feels. I've never heard anyone really complain about it. Other than the people that tell you I can get this on eBay for the same price,
then you know where to get
it. D was telling me the other day that somebody was trying to say, "Well, hey, this thing's been in here forever. You want you to go lower?" And D was like, "Yeah, we have a whole bunch downstairs." It's not that it's been sitting there that long.
One item.
Yeah, it's not like it's really been sitting there forever. It's replenished. It's
magic. I've sold 8 cases, sir.
and that's what I've tried to tell people before. When I try and tell people, I go, there are some stores that are smaller and they do it the right way, where it's like they're ordering from a supplier the same way that you guys are, but they're ordering a quantity that they're going to sell through, so they're not stuck with back stock. There's other people that we know will travel the Targets and Walmarts, buying everything up, and then they jack up the price to not make a profit anyway, because who's going to buy it there? And then there's guys like you who are going to buy multiples, and I can go to the classified section and be like, what classified do you guys need? And you can't do that. You can't do that at every store. And until someone goes into the basement, sometimes I don't think people come out of the basement, to be honest. You don't realize how much stuff I didn't realize you had that much stuff in the basement until I traveled down there.
We definitely have inventory. That's why we always tell everybody, like, if you're looking for something, just ask, because it could very well be anywhere. we have a warehouse and a basement.
And yeah, I tell people, I'm like, John has it all inventoried. We were actually just talking about it in the store when I was there last time. I'm like, John's a little anal about certain things. I actually think I said he was anal. You were explaining it, and you're like, I wouldn't say that. And then everything you explained, I'm like, yeah, that's being anal about it.
I usually say he's like Rain
thorough.
Man. Like if he's out, he'll come back and he'll look around the shop and he'll be like, there was a figure right there. Where did it go? Why is that spot empty?
And I understand it, because then we start talking about it and you're like, are you the same way? I'm like, yes and no.
Oh, yeah, we were saying OCD. That's what we were saying.
I will get to that. If I'm missing something, I will scour looking for it. And if I find it, within an hour or so, it'll be on my mind the rest of the day, thinking like, oh my gosh, like I can't find that. I found the snowball though. Remember I told you?
You found it?
I did. I told you it was in the room. The worst part, I was thinking it was clear. It's more of this really weird white.
What's the snowball you're looking for? I missed the story.
For Iceman.
Oh.
So his snowball fell and I couldn't find it. I'm like, it's somewhere in this area.
It's because we were talking about it too. You went looking, didn't you?
Remember that thing I thought I lost? Or I lost that I knocked over that SH Figure Arts guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the box the entire time. It was this little pommel or something that went to a sword, and I was like, shoot! I just dropped him. I stood up and knocked it over, and I found 2 of them, and I couldn't find the other one. It was like this teeny little like gold thing, and I think I was looking for like a week. I moved everything. You sit behind the counter. I'm down there looking. I look in the box. Go, oh shit! It's just on that one already. I didn't actually drop it. So
it was so small. Like I said, I was looking for the wrong color, and I should have been looking for something that looked like just white sticky tack, because that's exactly what it looked like. And I was looking for clear, because everything else with that Iceman is clear, but it's actually just painted white. So let's say hi to everyone. We got like 20 people watching right now. So
He's
we're
going
gonna
to rescue the cat that's meowing too, right?
You dress the cat. All right, we got SCS Dog here. We have one moderator. My moderator Ed in here. Action Figs. We have Troy Bleefer joining us. Same time toys. We have US Combat Dojo. Rowdy Riles is here. We have my other moderator Matthew Matson jumping in here with his customary. That was long.
it was very long.
That's what she said.
You hit something again. What did you do? You hit something and there was an echo a second ago.
I didn't touch anything. Are we echoing again?
Nope, now you're not.
Okay.
But you were a second ago.
I didn't touch anything.
We got Hella Geek here. Ultra Match is here. We have Tony's Figs jumping in. We have Beardy McBearderson. We have Menhuza. We have a Viper Scout. And, well, that's it. That was not 20 yet. That was not 20 names, but that's okay. All right. So
you don't expect you know how to count, Lawrence.
I don't, but I know that wasn't 20. Not everyone watching comments, which is fine. I can't read them. All right.
People are posting it for us too.
You should have done it earlier.
I know. I really should have.
Okay.
It's really late to everything.
I'm gonna ask you the name of the store, Sarge and Reds. Where does it come from?
He's Red. I'm Sarge. I'm the boss. Right?
Oh yeah, just like that. Clearly, I have some red in my now gray facial hair. I was a sergeant, and Denise has red hair, and we're not very creative, so that's the name we came up with.
It very, very, very originally was Sergeant Red.
It was
once upon a time
for like a week back when we just had eBay.
Yeah, it was like a redheaded elf girl with like pointy ears and stuff like that.
With a military camo cover
for a minute, yeah.
So we've had a lot of people say, I thought it was Sergeant Reds. Yeah. And I was like, nope, it's Sarge and Reds. I know it's hard. I've only wore the shirt like 50 times and
we appreciate that.
But it shows again, people aren't really paying attention, which I guess is good.
I mean, not everyone looks down.
Well, I mean, usually we'll see it. I'm not one of those people. I watch a lot of live streamers, and I might I'll end up insulting some people. There are some people that do live streams, and they're from chin up, and you can see like half of their room or anything that's behind it, and it's like you need to tilt the camera down or sit up or do something, especially if your back area is a complete disaster.
Well, you're looking at some of our kids' finger paintings and some random pictures today. So,
well, like originally you said you guys were going to do it from, from the store, which I know is only a couple blocks away. So I was actually kind of surprised when you jumped on. And I was like, "That's not the store.
It's the third floor."
I've been to the third floor.
Fourth floor.
You can't do nothing in there.
You can. Denise, you need your glasses.
I took them off because they were reflecting, and I'm now trying to read comments and I can't read them.
Well, you can put them back on. You still have them.
They're right there.
They didn't go far.
You're going like this. Everyone can see you.
I am.
We got Moondoggy in here saying recently subscribed to this page. Cool live stream. Thank you very much. We got Clint Jorgensen jumping in here, and then we have Dave's Dimensions. Okay, so let's kind of get into a couple things, and if you don't mind, John, do you mind me asking how old you are? John, I don't care how.
You don't care how old I am?
No, I don't care about asking you. Dee's the only one that I need to ask because she's a woman.
She's older than I am.
What? That's why you. Is it okay if I ask? You never ask a woman how old she is, and you never ask her if she's pregnant. Remember that. That is just so everyone knows. I don't care.
Yeah, don't say when are you due? I'm not pregnant. Ooh.
Yes, I don't. If a woman hasn't told me she's pregnant, she could be giving birth, and I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know."
I had no idea. Smart man.
So, years ago, my ex was asking me. She's like, she was talking to me and my other cousin. She goes, "When is your cousin due?" And my cousin goes, "Don't say that to her." And she went, "Oh, she's not?" She goes, "No, but someone at her kid's school asked when she was due." She lost a lot of weight right after that. It was just all in the belly, so it looked like she was pregnant. So about how old are you guys? You mind me asking?
I'm 48. I just turned 48 in December.
And I'm 47.
See, John, I thought you were a little bit younger for some reason.
Aww.
I said she looks young.
No, I thought you guys were just younger in general.
No,
Younger.
I'm old as shit.
It's because playing with toys keeps us young at heart.
It's because Denise eats souls and keeps her looking young. Redheads like they drain life force or something.
That's what they say.
You did kind of tell me that when we did the interview that's never come out.
Whatever happened to that? Where's that at?
That's a great question. It's on a hard drive somewhere in this house, but not in this room.
Oh, man.
If I ever find it, I will put it together and figure out something to do with it. All right. So, John, where are you from?
I'm from Utica. I grew up literally probably
Utica.
34 blocks away from the shop.
Okay, Utica where?
Utica in
New
Macomb
York.
County.
No.
Utica, Michigan. Is there any other Uticas?
No, he has an audience that's not just local. That's
yeah.
the point.
Michigan.
Remember, you're not talking to just people in Michigan.
Yes, I am. If you're not from Michigan, leave. I'm just kidding.
Michigan.
No, I grew up like right down the street from the shop. I used to go there when I was a kid. It was a novelty shop. I used to buy like fake poop and stuff there.
Okay, so where was all right, if you grew up right there,
Yeah.
where was the video store?
What video store?
Oh,
There was
everybody
a
has a different idea about what that building was.
That was never a video store. It was a novelty shop.
But
Before
there was
that-
a video store. One of those buildings was a video store because we were
Wasn't
like
ours. I know
I'm
the
not
one
saying
next
it
to us.
it was one of
The video
those.
store by the post office over on Hall Road, and then if you go farther up at 21, there was a movie warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's now
Up
a
until
dentist.
just recently.
It was. I mean, I'm talking about when I was a kid because it was like one of the last places that had Beta. So we'd have to drive out there because my dad had a Beta, and I remember it being right there.
And maybe the one that's right next to us. That's the car detail place now.
All right,
I know
so I
it was,
thought it was your store, and you guys were
No,
like,
the last thing ours was the novelty shop. It was still filled with all the stuff from
Yeah.
the Utica novelty shop when we bought the building.
You mean like the Uncle Sam
Yes.
that you gave me? And you're like,
Yes.
do a review on this. I'm like, you can do a review on this.
Where is he?
Yeah,
Where is he? Is he in your background
I
somewhere?
have no idea where.
Wow.
it is.
There was probably 30 cases of those in that building. I think I have them on eBay by the case.
They were little just Uncle Sam.
Like dashboard, like
Yeah.
like sticker things. Actually, I probably have some back here in my office.
Yes, there are some.
There were two different variations though. So in the case, there were ones that were holding a flag, and there was
Yes.
one that said "Don't pollute" or "Don't smog" or something like that. So
All right, so you grew up here. D, where were you born? Where'd you grow up at?
In this-
she's an angel.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say in a secret redheaded coven, but
Same deal.
I grew up between a dairy farm and a pig farm out in rural Maryland.
Maryland. All right.
Yes,
So
Tawny
you are
South.
far. So somehow you made your way back to Michigan.
I did.
She made her way to Michigan.
I
not
made,
back
I
to
made
Michigan.
my
Okay,
way
that's
to
true.
Michigan, yes.
John made his way back to everyone's dismay.
Hey, I brought D with me. That gives me some kind of points.
I guess.
I'll say this. Normally, when people see like married couples, they're like, "Yeah, we all know that she runs the house." I've been there. When someone says John's the boss, she's just like, whatever John says. At least with the store, I don't know how it is when
I'm
you get
kind of used to going that
into
way.
your home. He's just like, hey, that's what John wants to do, and It's working for you guys, right?
She's in charge here. I'm in charge there.
Basically. He
We
knows.
had Gun Buddy Customs jumping in here, and we did have 3-star draw. I just didn't say his name, but he knows.
He knows.
All right. So, what was it like, D, growing up between what you said, a pig farm and a dairy farm?
Some days it would smell bad when they opened the door. We always joke when they open the doors at the pig farm. But I was just used to it. I lived on a hobby farm. We had horses, so I grew up riding horses, and we had always have a couple cows.
Didn't you eat your pet cow?
So I went through a phase of being a vegetarian because my dad thought it was really funny because their names are Bruno and Bessie, and he'd always be like, "We're eating Bruno burgers," and I'm like, I just can't do it. He thought it was so funny. But yeah, and we had pigeons and dogs and cats and everything like that. So toys weren't
pigeons.
Racing pigeons. Homing racing pigeons. Yes, I had my own team of racing pigeons once upon a time. That's how cool I was.
Can you play that nerd sound effect again?
What are racing pigeons? I mean, I don't think everyone here knows.
So if you think about
pigeons,
way back in the day, they used pigeons or birds to send messages, kind of like that almost. Like they're
homing pigeons.
They're
right?
homing pigeons. So basically, they would be trained and they would know like where home is to eat and live and everything, and it was safe. So as they got older and stronger and everything like that, they had bands on their legs, and you put them like in these crates, and they put them on trucks, and they drive them like 400 miles away, let them go, and then they would fly hopefully home. If they didn't come home, we didn't want them anyway, but they would fly home. And then we had these special clocks, so they'd come into the pigeon loft, and you pull the band off of them, throw it in the clock, and it like mark the time that they got there. And then all the guys we'd all come back to the clubhouse and compare our times and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Now, what age? Like, how old were you when you were doing this?
Oh gosh, I wasn't driving yet because it was my dad's thing, for sure. But I'd help him, and I'd have my own team once in a while and stuff like that too. So probably middle school, probably.
I rode my skateboard for fun. I didn't have any pigeons.
There's like concrete by her house. It's all like dirt.
That's true. Yes, we were joking the other day talking about skateboarding. I was like, I sat on a skateboard and rolled it down hills. Like I would do that once in a while. But
I've never heard of racing pigeons, and again, I live far from. So 3-star says racing pigeons equals racing drones version 1.
That's right. There you go. But they never took pictures. They never helped us out that way.
I don't, man. So you really grew up like
out in the sticks. Yeah.
In the sticks.
Yeah.
So
my high school was called Cornfield High. I mean, it wasn't really, but like that's what it was known as, Cornfield High. Yeah.
I'm assuming it was a small high school then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And John, you grew up here. And I
didn't have any pigeons. I had frogs. I caught frogs in a local creek when I was a kid.
But you said you grew up in Utica.
Yeah, Utica, Michigan.
Yeah, which again, kind of explain what Utica, Michigan is like then.
There was a pumpkin farm.
Yeah, there was. It's changed a lot since I was a kid, but it's kind of like just small city. I think it's 2 square miles.
Yeah, but we're right in the suburbs.
It's suburbia.
Yeah, so we didn't have races. I'm assuming we're not that. You said
no, there was like pumpkin farms and stuff. They're now condos, I think, and it was a lot more rural when I was a kid. But
where the store is, and now D, you'll probably be blown away by this. When you're going down M59, when you got to Hall Road, it bottlenecked into like 4 lanes to get onto the expressway. Like Hall Road used to be 2 lanes.
Like 2 lanes. Yeah, there's a little red light. I remember crossing the street to the corner store. That was right there across Hall Road. It was 4 lanes.
Yeah.
2 lanes.
That blows my mind when you guys talk about going like walking across Hall Road. And like you can't walk across
Hall Road used to be 2 lanes past Groesbeck or past Gratiot, because I live right off Groesbeck, and my buddy lived before Tilch. And I would always like whenever I was leaving his house, I would turn left out of on the Hall Road, and he'd lose his mind because he's like, I will sit here for 20 minutes. Every time you pull up, it's open. I never get this lucky. It's crazy to see how Hall when someone tells you that where the golden butthole is used to be two lane road. Well, at that point it would have been at least 4 lanes because you had Lakeside on the one side.
I remember that when they were building it and they were expanding it, because I used to work at that Target and I'd walk up the part that was under construction to get there, and I fell through a frozen pond. It was knee deep where I was at.
So
And you lived.
Sorry, this story has nothing to do with anything. It's just I remember falling into the.
I was leaving it open for the joke of what knee deep is for you and what is it for me.
I mean, it would have been neck deep for you.
Oh,
See, I wasn't going to say that. You asked me to, basically.
All right, so John did not grow up racing pigeons. Sorry.
I saved this for you. You didn't know this. I saved some interesting tidbits.
No, all the times we've talked. I mean, I knew you grew up in Maryland. So, John, you ended up joining the military after you graduated, correct?
Yep. I think I graduated in June?
96.
Yeah, and then I was at boot camp July 3rd in Paris Island.
All right, and you are a Marine, right? Once a
Yeah.
Marine, always a Marine. I don't like saying former Marine.
Yeah.
Very
People
good.
get yelled at. I am allowed to wear this, right? I'm allowed to wear this because
Yeah.
it doesn't have an EG on it.
Yeah. You look like Leatherneck.
Thank you. So everyone knows, we had this talk just the other day.
What are you talking about?
It's come up so much. It's come up so much. I'm like, I don't see it, but if everyone else does. Yep. So Gun Bunny is also a Marine, a retired Marine. And then, yes, 3-star saying Larry Neck. So anyone that ever comes in looking for Leatherneck, you mean Larry Neck?
Nice.
And see if they know.
Do a custom. We just need to get a different head. Get a
No,
professor's head.
The head is what everyone says looks like me. Especially when I shave. Like when I shave the goat. When I had the mustache, I didn't see it. But whatever. So, all right. So obviously, you did not meet here. How did you guys end up meeting?
Oh, go ahead. Tell him, John.
I met her online, actually. Way back when.
You're just going to tell. I thought you were
What? I
going
was
to
gonna
tell.
tell-
Oh, okay.
Your
all right.
grinder profile was very, very enthralling.
I shouldn't have even. Oh my god.
You wanted me to say something different. There you go. Happy?
So back in the day when online, my God, I
God, I know,
old.
right? Back in my day, we had dial-up.
Online dating was still very new, and I was working in Northern Virginia, and like DC, outside of DC, and my friends that my coworkers, my friends that I they were doing online dating too, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do it, and I'll set up something, and he
Poor bastard.
responded to my profile and sent this really long, sweet
Eloquent.
message.
It was beautiful.
And I wrote
No
back.
chat GTP either. I just came up with all that shit myself.
That's true.
Just so
you
you know.
couldn't have AI. Yeah. And I wrote back one sentence because it was a Friday
It was
night or
sup, dog.
something. And I was like, I don't want him to know that I'm home. So I sent him one message, one sentence back. He'll never, yeah. And then we talked, and then we set up our first date. And
She was late.
well, wait, no, I was going to tell the other part. So I agreed to let him pick me up. And I told my roommates and my coworkers about this, and they're like, are you out of your mind? What if he's a serial killer? You
Keep in
can't
mind,
tell him.
she'd already given me her address.
Yeah.
So-
I'd already set this all up. Yeah.
I heard the conversation when I was
this.
in the bushes. So
Shut up. And so I call him and I was like, I'm going to meet you at the restaurant. And he's like, why? I was like, well, it's just safer and everything, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, if I'm a serial killer, I'm already coming to get you because I know where you live. I was like, oh no, this is so bad.
yeah, and then so we go PF Chang's
PF Chang's.
in that was the Tyson Corner Mall, I think.
Yeah.
So we went there, and then she was half an hour late.
I
So I'm
was
sitting there talking to the
very
waitress. She was cute. We were flirting. I got her number.
You
And
did
then
not
Denise
get.
wrote-
You
Yes,
did
I did.
not.
I still got it. I'll call her right now. Kidding.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she showed up, and then I don't remember. What did you eat? Food?
I don't remember what I
I don't
ate.
remember.
I don't remember what I ate, but I was like, oh, he's really cute.
I used to be cute back in the
He
day.
sounds like a Muppet. You didn't like that part.
And that's what I'm going to be fixated on now. That you sound like a Muppet.
Oh yeah. Hey Kirby.
So where was this at though?
Virginia.
Okay.
Like Northern Virginia.
yeah, like right outside
Like
of
what?
DC.
Yeah, 20 minutes out of DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Suburbs
around
of DC.
And
Okay.
by the end of the date, though, he was like, "Okay, so what are you doing on Friday, and what are you doing on Saturday?" And I was
Listen,
like, "Dude,
hot
you're
redhead
not."
goes on a date with me. Shit.
I was like, "Dude, you're not getting monopolize all my time." And then eventually, I married him. So, you know.
I played the long game. That was some 4D chess.
So what can I ask? What dating site was this?
It's Match.com.
Match.com,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that exists anymore.
I have no idea. I don't know.
I believe it does. That's actually where I met my kid's mother.
On Match.com?
On the early days. And
Aw.
the funny thing was I met her and I went to go see, like, a friend was back from Arizona and we had just had Andrew. And I'm talking to, like, I don't know who it was. It was some uncle of someone that was there. And they go, "Oh, you have a point click baby." And I went, "What?" They're like, "A point click baby." And I was like, "I don't know what you're saying." She's like, and the guy was like, you met her online. You point and clicked, and that's how you end up having a baby. And I went, "I guess." Like, I've never heard it since, other than when I've said it.
I've never heard that either.
Like, again,
And honestly,
yeah. Now dating site, the dating sites are they're so common. But back then, like, nobody did it.
Right.
So
Right.
it was still something
weren't you
new.
farmersonly.com to start?
No, I wasn't.
Racingpigeons.com.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Pigeon racers only.
So, all right. So how quickly was it before you guys were serious? Obviously, he was serious day one.
Should we
I
like
mean-
let this out of the bag? Like, should we tell him?
Oh, there's like Denise was dating a bunch of dudes.
I wasn't gonna talk about
Oh
that
my
part.
god. It's like a whole football team.
It was not, but I definitely, he liked to say I had Denise Island because I was like scorned and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna have fun. I didn't care. I was like, whatever. And I didn't kiss anybody. Like, I wasn't like
Didn't you
messing
on a
around.
date to a movie with some guy and you were laughing and oh wait, no, we're gonna tell all the beans are gonna spill. So to this day, she was watching this movie with some guy and she starts laughing at it and he goes, when he's like, I guess, did you break up with him? What happened?
So I told, he wanted another date and I said I declined. I said I think
I
we're
met
good.
John, he's sexy.
And he was like, well, that movie, nothing in that movie was that funny. And he was like making fun of my laugh and stuff like that. And I was like, so John thinks that's really funny
It's
to
funny.
to
You say I
bring
talk
up
like a
all the
Muppet.
time. That's true. It's only fair, I guess.
I know it's a real thing, especially for younger people, but I've never understood the whole, like, if someone declined going somewhere again with you, then you all just like instantly insult them. Like, wait, you asked to go out with them again.
Yeah, right.
And when now you're gonna insult them, like, I didn't even like you that much anyway. You're not even that hot. Like,
It was
so why were you asking again?
Yeah, exactly. So I would not, I wouldn't probably not tell my kids to do this, but like we moved in together after like 6 months. Like,
She's such a good cook. I was like, please move in and cook for me.
that's not true. But and then we got engaged on our 1 year anniversary
Yeah,
of
we got
dating,
married after what, 2 years?
and then we got married like 2 years later, almost 2 years later.
So yeah,
So
We've been together now for
we had tourists at our wedding.
like 23 years. We've been married 20 years now.
Good lord.
20 years we've been married.
and so if you go read in the descriptions, I say we see why D is a saint. I stand by
Why
that.
John's a saint. I put up with this.
I don't know, because your dad doesn't say that.
My dad is a saint. He loves me.
I didn't say he doesn't love you, but he says that
He's
he's a saint.
contractually obligated to love me.
that I can concur with.
Aw.
He's on next Thursday's Thursday with a friend, isn't he? How are you so
We
saint?
should have brought in Papa Gray.
I was thinking about asking him.
You should. He would probably love it. He would love it.
He can talk.
Yes, he can.
That is one thing that your dad could definitely do. Papa
He
can talk for sure.
Doesn't always make sense, but he can talk.
Aw, amazing.
And if you're lucky, sometimes you might even get something vintage that's very expensive.
It happened once. What was it? It was a
I don't know what
it was some expensive Star Wars figure. I think it was a Imperial Gunner or something, and I forget what the price was, but it was like $2 something, and he had thought the 2 was a
no. He used
dollar
I
sign.
thought he used a Toys R Us price tag.
well, he did that once too, actually.
Oh, okay.
But the
two
one, yeah,
times
so we
this has
started putting
happened
barcodes
then.
and everything, yeah. So
So you want to tell him that Papa Gray is working?
you know, now he can't because he has to use the barcode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was before we had barcodes on everything.
Luckily, the customer was like, "Hey, I think your dad charged me the wrong price on those," and he came back in.
So you told me that, and I thought that was crazy. That you said the guy called him like the next day, and was like, "Hey, I was in there, and I think your dad charged me this much. I think it was marked wrong."
We have amazing customers. Like, I guess they're customers, but like we just have the best people that come to our
A lot
shop.
of people have become our friends that
Yeah.
we've just been customers. Some of them are employees now,
That's true.
like Terrell and Jay and who else?
Bree.
Yeah.
And
Mary,
oh yeah, Mary.
Yeah, she doesn't work here anymore, but she's doing her own thing.
there was someone else too that we were talking about
I don't
the other
remember.
day.
Kayla maybe, but she's
Oh, Kayla. Yep.
Kayla, and if Jay Towers comes around.
Oh, Jay.
I mean, anyway, so Jay Towers is a radio DJ in Michigan.
TV, yeah.
TV.
He's TV. Yeah, he's on live news.
Very oversaturated, but was a nice guy when I met him. I didn't really talk to him. I think Andrew talked to him a little bit more than I did.
He's super nice guy.
cool.
Yeah.
This girl Kayla, she would have. If Jay would have said, "Hey, will you want to run away with me?" She would have left her husband in a heartbeat.
It would have been like a cartoon where you see the smoke that's shaped like her.
Probably. That's probably true.
And once I found out, I was like, "Oh," and she's like, "Yeah," because she's not good at keeping secrets. Is one thing I've realized. The little bit that I've talked to her. All right, so you're living in, you said, West Virginia,
At
right?
the time, we were in Virginia.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
we met in Northern Virginia, and then once after we got married, we bought a house just over the line in West Virginia
It's like
because
half the price.
it's still considered a DC suburb. It's like bedroom community type thing, but the housing prices were so different.
Like townhouse in Ashburn was twice as much as a single family brand new house on 2 acres across an imaginary line.
Yeah.
But
So
Don, when you were living there, I mean, did you find it hard to date someone knowing that you didn't have any siblings or relatives?
No, I already was married to Denise when we moved to West Virginia. We actually moved there because we were related beforehand.
when we first met our neighbor, can I tell that story?
Okay.
Our neighbors, they were amazing people. And John rolled me in a wheelbarrow up to their house, just being I don't know why. I got home from
Because
work
I'm an idiot.
and he was like, I don't even remember how it all happened, but he put me in the wheelbarrow. He's like, let's go meet the neighbors. I already met them. They're really cool. So he rolls me up the street in the wheelbarrow and we meet them and everything. Super awesome people. They are West Virginians, like West Virginians.
Like legit moonshine.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Bear hunting, squirrel pot pie.
Did you count teeth on one hand?
They did have
No,
teeth.
they had teeth.
They had all their teeth. And he tells me this joke, like the first time I meet Frank. And
Frank was, how old was he? Like 60 something at the time, maybe?
yeah. And he was like, what do you call a bumblebee in a Coke bottle?
I was like, what do you call a bumblebee in a Coke bottle?
And I was like,
You have to do the Frank voice.
I was like, what? He's like, it's a West Virginia vibrator. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, all right, these people are awesome. So then they adopted us.
Wow, that's wow. So how old was his sister / wife?
Joyce was the same age, right?
Yeah, I think they were the same age. Yeah.
Um,
But
so
then their Frank's mom, no, Joyce's mom lived
Joyce's
like
mom.
they lived 2 houses down from us, and her mom, Granny, lived like a house up from us, so we were like in between the two of them.
Yeah.
but
It was a family
Granny was like
affair.
100 and something.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think
she?
no, she was 98 when she passed away.
Well, see, I thought she
Yeah.
made it to 100, but
So, are you guys still living in a very? You're not living in a very populated area, right? You're not living in a city at this point.
Oh no,
no, we were on a mountain, like legit. Like when it snowed too much, either the National Guard would have to come in and plow, or you just stayed there.
We had one time literally where the National Guard had to come and like
They were like these
save
tanks
people off
retrofitted with
that-
plows. It
Yes.
was crazy. We were in like the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Appalachian Trail was like a mile from our house, I think.
Yeah.
Like less than a mile, you could get on the Appalachian Trail.
So what caused you to move out there?
We wanted a little bit of land to live on, and it was beautiful. And
Yeah, we had like 2 acres. It was all wooded. There's a little creek in the backyard. We lived on was it Applejack Lane, and the street behind us, because our property went from the one street to the other one behind us. The one behind us was it Moonshine or Sour Mash?
Sour Mash was right behind us, and then Moonshine was the other. They were all all
It was
the.
like all like
It was
Moonshine
put together in the
names.
Prohibition days, so almost all the roads in the section that we lived on were all named like.
Now,
After
I've never been to your house, but I know the neighborhood you live in.
It's way
Way
different.
different. Because you're house upon house upon house.
Yeah, we were definitely out in the sticks.
Quickly, sci-fi
Aw.
George. We have toy royalty in the house.
Sci-fi George, he's got the best jokes.
I met him at the store. He's one of. There's been a few people that have recognized me from the show and the store. So
Aw.
I ran into him maybe 2 months ago. So I know he was excited. He was excited. He saw the thumbnail go up and was excited to see you guys. So, and we got Joe Fan 84 jumping in here, and then HK Viper has also joined. So, all right. So you're living in the country. Again, I don't know why anyone would want to live away from civilization, but to each their own.
An hour away. It was fine.
Yeah, Darren here, 3 stars, saying they were in country roads, take me home
Yes.
territory.
100%.
So when you watch Deliverance, does it
Shenandoah
go back-
River and the Appalachia or the Blue Ridge Mountains are. Because we were right up the road from the Shenandoah River was what, right down the street from
Right
us.
down the street.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So I mean, is like Deliverance real then?
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to play a banjo. It was pretty nice. I can tell you the people out there, I liked living around them a lot better than the people we live around now.
It's true. Like we knew all of our neighbors, and it's not like that here. Though.
No, it's different. Like we live right, there's people right across the street from us. Right, I know our next door neighbor. That's about it here.
Yeah.
So
And my one moderator says, because civilization sucks.
this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the sound. I like noise. I like the sounds of cars, and trucks, and
We
I
had
like-
cicadas and frogs and bears.
4-wheelers.
Yeah, there was 4-wheelers a lot.
that can be fun. I'm not gonna lie, that can be fun, but
Gunshots.
something. So how do you end up getting into this?
So our long-term plan was pretty much always to eventually move to Michigan because I
Like the cold.
no, I don't like the cold, but I'm madly in love with his family. Like he's a great guy, but like his family is amazing. So like
Seed doesn't fall far from the apple. Wait, I was like,
So-
you're right.
So our plan was always, to move up here to be near family and everything. And we were, working on starting a family, and we wanted the kids to be near the grandparents and everything like that. So, but even before kids, like we were always
Yeah.
saying, we thought we'd be like living on a lake, but we haven't made that
Yeah.
happen yet.
Yeah.
And then we got to the point where like, well, I don't know. Do you want me to go through the whole story now? I don't know what you want to.
You can. I mean, because again, I don't want to get too personal, but I think both your parents have passed away, correct?
Yeah.
And I don't know if are you an only child?
No, I do have a younger brother. He's always been kind of off doing his own thing. So he's I think somewhere between.
He's in Pennsylvania now, right?
Yeah, he floats between Baltimore and Philadelphia.
So you had nothing to hold you back staying
No.
in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So we definitely crave like the infrastructure, our family, and everything for me for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, once we had kids, it was like, okay, we want our kids to be around because we got a lot of brother. I have a big family, so cousins and my brothers and sisters, my parents, and all that.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
but how did you get into, because are you still living there when you start
selling stuff.
doing the selling stuff? And I want to get into how you started selling, because I know a lot of people are interested in starting a toy store. I know Hella Dope Toys, they've talked to me about it and they're like, I'd love to know how he got into it or what caused him to. And John would always say, don't. And I don't think everyone does it the same way you do it. And I think the people that do what you're doing now, those are the big toy stores. Those are the ones that are going to be around for a long time because they have so much inventory. But I also looked at it as a long game rather than what can I get to be in the shop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a bigger shop. Is what we need. But
very much bigger and a bigger parking lot.
Listen, how big's your parking lot?
I don't need a big parking lot. I'm the only one that drives my house.
we have actually double the parking spaces we need for where our building's at. So
yeah, that's
we added 3 when we redid the lot on that one parallel wall. But yeah, no, we do need a better lot.
We do. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there.
I like the location we're at though, because everyone sees us. We're right off the road. You know, it's our building, sidewalk, street. So
again, Dee and I were actually just talking about where it's at and how many people are stuck there, and then they see the store and wonder what it is. And I've been in there numerous times where people walk in and they ask what it is. And a lot of people think that it's a vintage store. They're looking for like tricycles and stuff.
We get some weird, I had a guy trying to sell me Civil War bullets once. It's like, look at the Civil War bullets, bro.
Well, you have Sarge and Reds.
Were you there when? I think you were there when the lady came in and tried to sell me a yoga ball. Weren't you there when that?
No,
I wasn't there.
I remember that one.
It was like some old lady. She's like, "Did you buy this? It's brand new in the box." I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I don't buy yoga balls." It's probably like a $5 yoga ball. What is this thing?
Bobby Wold says, "I would be interested in starting a toys bar and grill."
At one point, we wanted to try to have like a diner / cafe built in. It just, I think it'd be too much of a hassle. It'd be a mess. People would like eat sandwiches and then they grab shit with their greasy fingers.
You know, I think it'd all be interesting and it'd be a very unique. But how long before, like you said?
Yeah, I think
people are like they got greasy hands, and
you'd be better off having a separate building. You know,
and I've seen some of the people that come in, they'd be walking around eating their eggs over the toys, and
John would have a heart attack.
So how do you what caused you to get into this buying and selling stuff? And are you still living in the sticks of your town?
Yes.
Do you want me to tell?
Go for it.
Okay, so we've been married 5 years at the time now?
Something like
that. Yeah, about 5. After we've been married for 5 years, we were like, you know what? Let's make some little people. Like, I think this would be really fun if we had some other people to hang out with. And it just didn't work that way at all for us. We had like a pretty significant infertility journey, bunch of miscarriages, stuff like that. So we got to the point where we're like, you know what, let's move on to adoption. Like, and I mean, a lot of stars lined up for us that were amazing, as far as like the timing of how everything worked out. But we, going through infertility treatments and everything like that, we did IVF and everything, and that's very, very expensive. We didn't have any insurance coverage for that or anything like that. So by the time we got, into the adoption world, it's like, well, crap, like we need some money.
So kind of explain to people, not the adoption process, but the costs that go into it. Because Clint Jorgensen is here. Him and his wife also adopted a child, I think last year. Maybe it was a year and a half, because I think he said he couldn't go to the Joe Fest 2024 because they were in the process of it. But him and his wife showed up last year with, with their baby. And I know he's kind of talked about it a few, but kind of explain like exactly the cost that go into it. And that is what directly caused you to start buying and selling stuff, correct?
It is. So I know it depends on like what your background, what you know about it. But like when you get into the adoption world, there's so many different avenues.
Joe Fan says, my best friend had 2 miscarriages in 25. They're both absolutely devastated. I think adoption is awesome.
Thank you. And miscarriages they're rough. It's terrible.
I can only imagine.
I honestly wouldn't trade though what we went through for anything for our babies. Like are amazing. Like it has all worked out the way it's supposed to. But
first off, I know you've done this, but do you guys ever watch the TV series Coach?
No.
That's old. It's an old one, right?
Yes, it's one of my favorite shows. You should watch it. I watch it probably once or twice, like once every year or two. The whole series. They have almost the exact same story.
Really?
The whole infertility thing, adopting.
Aw.
Except there's nothing with cost. Like there's nothing really with cost or anything. But.
Okay. Aw. Well, so there's like, you can do private adoption, you can do foster care, there's international adoption. Like there's a lot of different ways that families are built. And I like to tell people, and I believe this, like however your kiddos come to you, you will love them no matter what. Like I know, you have to, going through everything, there's a point where you're like, this baby doesn't grow inside of me. Is that going to feel different? But I promise you, if you've decided you want to be a parent, however those kiddos show up, you'll love them no matter what.
Clint here, like I said, I knew he was here. He said, "Oh yeah, always keep your name in for adoption."
Yeah. It's like it does not matter how your babies come to you. It really doesn't. I mean, I shouldn't say it doesn't matter. It matters, but like
yes.
They will be your babies no matter what. So
I don't remember even how much it was. What, like 20 something?
It's tens of thousands of dollars,
of
and goes way up beyond that when you get into international. And it's a lot because somebody's there's money involved for like support for the birth mothers. There's money involved, like somebody has to pay the social worker for like all the paperwork and everything like that. There's money involved for like the court system. There's money involved for everything. It's not, sometimes people look at it and they're like, oh, you're buying a child or something. It's not. Like there's so many people, and
that's a weird thing.
And none of those people, like unless you really are on the black market, which we're not talking about that here, like all those people are not making money. Nobody's making money. Nobody's profiting money. Like it's literally, it's an expensive thing. It just is. And so we were, we were in a position where like, we need to come up with some cash.
Yeah, my parents were going to throw this is the most Michigan thing ever. They were going to throw a bowling fundraiser for us.
Yeah. So everything happened so fast. And yes, it was your dad's brother's wife, right?
Yeah, it was Laura.
And Laura was like, we'll fundraiser for these guys, like to raise some money. So this was like months planning, like maybe a month or so planning, right? Like they planned it in the future.
Because you have to fill out like all this paperwork, and then like with the agency we use, you have to like you make a book, and it would be talk about your family and why you're doing this, so different birth moms could look through it and pick basically the family they wanted to have their child go with,
right?
But yeah, so we went. What was it?
It was like a random Saturday or something.
We dropped the book off on
a weekend because we didn't go up to see my parents that weekend.
Something. I thought we dropped it off on Friday, and we got a phone call on Sunday. Like, hey,
no, it was a Tuesday. I remember we got the phone call on Tuesday. So yeah, we dropped our book off, and then to our social worker, and she had met with a potential birth mom that week, and then the following Tuesday, I'm at work, sitting in a corporate office. It's Tuesday afternoon. I pick up the phone, and all I hear is our social worker saying, "There's a baby. There's a birth mom. She's in labor. She picks you. Come now.
And this was in like northern West Virginia. We were in like eastern West Virginia. It was what, 4 hours, 5 hours away?
It was 5 hours away.
I remember she called me. I was like, what are you talking about?
I was hysterical. I was like, there's a baby. We have to come now. Like, it happened. So this is before the bowling fundraiser.
Yeah.
By the way.
Do the bowling fundraiser.
Like, literally, it happened so fast. We get in the car. We drive out there. And we had to wait till the next morning to meet our son.
Our hotel was next to a Cabela's.
Well, we didn't know he was a boy or girl. We didn't know anything. And we're waiting in the parking lot, and we get a phone call. And my phone starts ringing, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, and I have other stuff to worry about, so I don't answer it because it was a Maryland number. And then somebody calls his number, and he doesn't recognize it, but he answers it. And we find out.
That's a dumb move.
It was about to expire, bro.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. So what the phone call was about was that my mother had passed away.
Ooh.
My mom, she committed suicide, and we got the phone call that morning in the parking lot, waiting to go in to meet our new baby. Like, I definitely floated through the next like 20 minutes. I had no idea what I was doing. I just remember thinking I needed to buy a hairbrush for the birth mom because I just couldn't think straight.
You never told me like when we talked. You never like. We just talked about how your parents are no longer with us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's kind of heavy.
No,
but
that's perfectly fine. We do have to watch saying that word though. YouTube doesn't like it, but
okay, all right. I won't.
No, I mean, and that's awful because that's the day that you're meeting your child.
In the parking lot.
Yeah. We were literally waiting to. So, I mean, if there was ever, like, whatever you believe in, like, I'm telling you, Trip, like, saved my heart because, like, their souls passed, they had to have. And if you guys have seen or met our kiddos, you know that our son has red hair. And like,
if I didn't know, and we're gonna ask somebody here, you've met John and Dee's child, their children. If you didn't know that Trip wasn't theirs, you'd have no idea because he has the exact same red.
Well, I thought both of them.
Well, why don't you come?
Is that Libby?
Oh, they know.
I don't know who that is. Who is this?
Who is that?
I don't want to hear.
I do hear the sweat dripping off palms. So
Oh my god!
She doesn't want to hear from my frenemy over there.
Aww. Lord,
oh, did you hear that? She could hear. She could see the sweat dripping off your palm.
She's the one with the sweat.
Those two, man, they're like.
You want to do your labubu really quick?
I love that.
I was actually just about to say how he was lying about having a in his claw machine.
Normally, I don't. Normally, I tell Olivia she cannot interrupt during Thursday with the friend because she does it on Monday all the time. But because
that's fine.
She is more than welcome.
Because yes, and I don't know why she's not showing her face for some odd reason. All of a sudden, she's all shy, which you guys know that's not her at all.
No.
I'm scared to face the front of you over there.
Wow. Oh, that's okay. We needed a break after that anyway.
I don't like the one with really like gray hair.
Wow. She likes you, D. The other one she's not so sure about.
No, I'm sure I don't like.
Oh.
Wait, she said she doesn't like me?
No, the other one.
The other one.
Who, John? My son?
This is what it's like going into the shop with her when he's there, which is almost always.
Well, I try to hide from her.
Yeah, you don't do a good job.
It's a store. I can't go anywhere.
I can't hear.
I can't hear her super good though.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's. Well, you're the one that stayed over there, but okay.
Did you not hear him?
Yes, it's probably a good thing that he can't hear you. All right. So anyway, I'm sorry. You know how
No,
she is.
it's okay.
Yeah, she is on Roman watch, but we can walk away from Roman. It's not like
Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I have to shower, so I'm either stinky or I'm on Roman watch. Which one do we want it to be?
I can't smell you, so I don't care.
this is truly what the conversation is like when I go in the store with them.
Don't talk about
Well, okay, no, we don't talk about shower. You are absolutely correct on that. All right, but I'm sorry, we were totally talking about that. Hold on, let's do this really quick because this just came in.
Aww.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Sci-Fi George with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Saying John and D have the best next door store neighbors. The jokes write themselves. John and D run the store like Mr. Rocket and Tattoo Fantasy Island of Toys.
The plane.
Thanks for the short joke. So appreciative. And quickly, I want to say hi to Steve Martin, another retired Marine. If I am correct, that's where he retired from the Marines. And Clint Jorgensen here saying he's 2 minutes behind, which now he's probably caught up. But the average U.S. adoption is 50,000 if you use an agency.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I know we got way off, which is just customary for what my show is.
No, it's all good.
So, yeah, you're finding out about your mom.
Oh, yeah. So we
And
go
then-
in and we like meet this woman who I've never met before in my life, right? We're introduced to her. She's in a hospital bed. And then the nurses come in with a little tiny
He was
little
teeny.
tiny
He was like
little
what? It was a month
dude
early. He was about your height.
in a bassinet, and they all look at me and they're like, "Pick up your son." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, then and they let us stay there in the hospital with them, and like they gave us our own room, and we were there for 2 nights or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And then they let us bring him home, and we're like, "Are you sure?" Because he was
He was so
tiny.
small.
He
We
was
would change his
5
diaper on like
pounds.
the Rabbit Dodge Ram, and it's got like the little center console thing, and I was changed him on there. It was just little
He
dude.
was so little, and
Like we had to put a special thing in the car seat
yeah.
so he'd fit. That
And
was huge.
His birth mom's awesome. We are still in contact with her.
Okay.
So, it's obviously everything is an open book, or we wouldn't be like
Yeah.
on a podcast talking about it. So, both of our kids fully understand that they're adopted and that their story
daughter's
is
gotcha day was yesterday, right?
Yeah, her gotcha day was yesterday. We celebrate the day that we go into court and have, finalize the
everything.
adoption,
Okay.
and we call it their gotcha days.
It's an
But
excuse for them to get more gifts.
No, we don't do gifts. We don't do gifts on Gotcha Day. They get whatever they want for dinner, and sometimes we do a cake. That's what we do.
They live in
But-
a toy store. They pretty much can get whatever they need.
Yeah.
Our kids are kind of spoiled. I'll be honest,
No,
they
they're
are.
not. They're perfect angels.
But
You can be spoiled and still be an angel.
I guess.
look at Olivia. I'm just
That was
kidding.
not a good example.
What?
D that time. Uh-huh.
I said you can be spoiled. I said you can be spoiled and still be an angel. And she said, "Look at Olivia."
Yes.
She went with it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
But anyways,
Yeah.
back to-
Because
Anyways, no, but we tell our kids like, however, your story is not different, it's not better, it's just uniquely yours, is what we tell them, because both of their stories are different too.
Yeah.
Like, but
back to how we got started.
Right,
though.
yeah,
we kinda went on a
sorry.
tangent, but
No, but again, that's what I
all
want.
the sweet emotional stuff this time. So
No, but that's what I want. Again, I mean, this is what the show is for: is to actually get to know you. And I mean, the one thing that you said that about they're your kids, and it doesn't matter how they came to you. I was when I met Susan, their mom, she had a 5-year-old daughter. She never met her dad. I raised her from the time she was, 5, until she graduated. When Susan and I had split up, so like 11 years. And early on, when I would, starting to date people or trying to date people, I would explain that, yeah, I have two of my own kids, and then, but it's essentially my stepdaughter. I had people that would be like, she's not your kid, and you're kind of like, fuck you. I raised someone for 11 years since they were 5 years old. You don't just, you don't walk away, or at least you shouldn't. I mean, I know people do.
Shouldn't.
Yeah. And she's, going to be 29, lives in San Diego. We still talk all the time.
That's awesome.
We text more than anything. I send her and Olivia in a group chat all these little dog videos that I get all the time. And see, this is why I didn't want to say it, because Matthew's going to say it's always about Punk.
No, you're relating. We're relating.
That's exactly. I'm relating what you were saying, because I fully agree. I'm not a big fan of people that say, "Hey, I don't have kids, but I have a dog, so I know how you feel." And I'm like, you just compared your dog to my kid, man. Please don't ever do that.
We had dogs and kids. It's a little different. So
Yeah.
It is. I always tell people, I go, when someone compares, they say they don't have kids, but I have a dog, so I know what it's like. I'm always like, no. If someone put a gun in my kid's face, I'm stepping between that gun. If someone puts a gun in my face, I'm expecting Roman to take that bullet for me. As much as I love him, it is his job to protect me and the kids. All right. So don't tell me that. But anyway, so I do want to ask, like, how do you deal with the emotions of your mom and then going right to having your son? So I'll say, and again, this is about me. This doesn't bother me. This really bothered their mom. My mom, she passed away on February 17th, well before Olivia was born, but February 17th. Olivia was born on the 18th. Susan wanted that child out. The moment she knew that it was safe, she's like, today. It was a rough. And then the 17th came, and she's like, you are not coming today. You are not coming today. And my dad and I were like, it's just another day. It's just, but I know, like, Susan was like, that is a, I don't say a special day, but it's a specific day. And, people would try and associate things. So how did you handle that? And are you able to handle it better now?
I mean, that's a tough one to answer. I don't.
If you don't want to answer, you don't have to, right? But
No,
you brought it up. That's the only reason why.
Okay. I feel like there's so much that I would have liked to have, like, be able to tell her, because she wanted to be a grandmother so bad and everything like that. And she didn't know, she didn't even know that he was coming. It all happened so fast. And like, but in a way, I feel like becoming a mom right then also saved me.
Mm-hmm.
To be perfectly honest, because I would have, who knows, I would have spiraled for sure. And I mean, it was so I got to like channel all my grief into like loving this little miracle that just showed up. And like, I mean, without going into every nitty gritty tiny detail, like literally becoming a mom at the same time of losing my mom, like saved me as a person, like saved me.
Yeah, because now you have you already have things that you're going to have to deal with dealing with that closure.
Yeah.
But now it's not even like it was your second kid where you have everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything already.
We had nothing because we were so like, we dealt with so much loss already with the miscarriages and stuff like that. And then everything
we didn't
happened.
want to have like, oh, let's go get this because the baby's going to be here in 6 months.
We didn't know boy or girl. We had no idea when, because we were prepared to wait years, because we were told, like, when you start this process, it could take years. And it took us 8 months,
I think
7 months, less than a baby, like normally would ever come. By the time we started the adoption process till we brought him home. So like, yeah, we had nothing. We had absolutely nothing. And we had an amazing community that like rallied around us. Thank goodness that through a baby shower, he got to go to his own baby shower.
Yeah,
he got to go to his own
fundraiser
in Michigan at 2 weeks old.
And again, your first kid is different. And I know it sounds weird because I remember with Andrew, that's my first kid. And I would not freak out, but I would worry about certain things. Or when we were, and Susan was like, they don't need that. What? What do you mean? And she's like, they're going to use that for 2 weeks. Or when they get sick and you're freaking out. And she's like, and it's so true because by the time Olivia is here, you're just like, oh, yeah.
You'll be fine.
She'll be fine. All right. I remember eating dirt myself. All right.
It's true. It's so true.
Yeah. So we went to the bowling fundraiser, but we still had to like pay for everything.
Oh yeah. We still, so it happened so fast. We had like, okay, normally you would have paid this section and this section already, but now it's all due right now. And we're like, fuck, what are we going to do? So we go to the bowling fundraiser. So we pack up.
Work? Like you bowl and people.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
But one of my friends, or two of my friends from school,
they're
like, they didn't have any money. And they're like, hey man, I don't have any money, but I want to help. And my one buddy gives me this like duffel bag full of Magic the Gathering cards. Paul and Eric had some too. Paul and Eric. And I hadn't played Magic since high school. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool, man. I appreciate it. We can sell this stuff, because I remember some of the cards were valuable. I just had like these foggy memories of playing when I was in school. And so I started going through, I was like, oh, this card's expensive. This card, I remember these were all expensive. I started looking them up like, this ain't worth shit. They printed it 900 times, and then you start finding, I had to learn everything about the game because they changed everything, like the rarity symbols and all this stuff. And it was like, I didn't know any of the cards from any of these sets, but we started looking everything up. And I was like, okay, cool. So we started selling that. And then
was that the first? Wait, was that the first stuff you started selling,
or did you start some random crap on eBay, just stuff around the house?
We started just kind of.
Yeah, but Magic was what really got us starting to like have it like an eBay store.
Because the first stuff was just like
DVDs
extra stuff we had owned already.
All right, so I thought, because I remember you guys telling me that you had started selling stuff on eBay. I thought you had started with the Magic cards to start the adoption agency. You were just selling whatever you could on eBay to try and raise stuff. But
video games,
obviously it was
like everything we had in the house that we didn't need.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started doing that, and I was just going on Craigslist and finding like collections of Magic cards and stuff, which was nice because where we were in between like Pennsylvania, DC, Virginia, Maryland. So I had a big area you could just go and drive around and pick up these collections. One day I saw a guy who had He-Man toys. I think it was He-Man, right?
Yes, it was He-Man.
Yeah, so I went and I was like, I'm gonna go buy this. And I remember playing with He-Man, and I didn't really know what they were worth. I was like, whatever, cool. So I went in there and I bought that, and because I tried to get a couple things whenever I'd go, because I think it was in Pennsylvania. So I drove out and I grabbed some Magic cards, and I grabbed these, and I get back to the house, and he's like, "What is this?" And I'm sitting like, "It's He-Man!"
He's literally at the dining room table, and he's playing with all these toys, and I was like, "Where did this come from? What are you doing?" He's
you
like,
don't remember
I
He-Man?
remember these from when I was little.
I had rocks and sticks when I was a kid in West Virginia. Maryland, where the hell you lived? So we started doing that, and I was like, "This is more fun than the Magic cards." I mean, we still sold the Magic cards; I'd still buy them, but the
thing is he's a tough guy and he's a smart ass, but like he has a huge sentimental streak, and the whole idea of like he remembered playing with him as a kid, like just unlocked something for him.
Yeah, it was
just
fun.
did.
So I started buying and selling them, and good Lord, I have a lot of shit now. How many years ago was that? 12?
13 years ago.
So
all right, so that started like 13 years ago.
We opened the store so much later, so it's like we have such a back stock of inventory because I was just buying these collections, and some of the stuff I was like, this is cool. We're gonna open a store, so I'm gonna save some of this stuff, and I'd start selling some crap on eBay.
Our basement at our house in West Virginia, he started stockpiling stuff. He's like,
I was hoarding.
We are gonna open a store. It was more than we could ever get through on eBay at that point.
Oh yeah.
This guy, he also loves the art of the deal, to be honest. Like loves to negotiate.
I just bought a big collection.
He loves buying stuff.
Did I need to buy this collection? No.
He loves to buy stuff. But yeah, so he's like, we're gonna so when we moved up here, like what do we move? Like 3 pods of
something. I
inventory.
still got if anyone wants a fucking piano, I have an upright piano from like 1853. This guy who I worked with, he's like, hey, you're moving, you want this piano? I'm gonna live in a school bus. He like literally was gonna live in a school bus and travel the country.
Right.
And I was like, I tell you what, buddy, because he lived up on the mountain. Like we were on the lower part of the mountain. I was like, if you get that down to my house, I'll take your piano because I didn't want the fucking thing. And one day I'm driving by his house. He's loading up on this fucking teeny ass trailer. I was like, son of a bitch, he's bringing that to my house. So he drives his upright piano, and I was like, no, fuck it. So I took it here, and I was looking online. I was like, man, if this thing's restored, it's worth all this money. I was like,
But it's
I'm
not.
not. Dude, I was about to roll it out. But here's my problem. I was going to roll it out to the dumpster the other day when we were we redid our bathroom, and there was a dumpster. I was like, I'm going to throw this thing in a dumpster. And I was like, I can't. I got to give it away. I don't want to just throw it away. This is history. This thing's like 100-something years old. So I never took it out, but I need to. So if anyone wants a upright piano.
See, his sentimental streak. He's
I
like
just don't want to
respecting the
destroy
age
the
of
history.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
respect your age.
I'm not 100 years old.
But you know what? Like you said, like you always say, like you can have it again, right? That's
Yeah,
it's
you
what-
had that piano as a kid.
I did not.
yeah. What means nothing to you might mean something to someone else.
That's the thing I found about like on eBay,
Oh,
especially. Like
Best.
we'll just like we'll buy entire houses full of stuff. Like I don't know if you guys saw the YouTube video we had with the 80s house. That was like one of the biggest ones we bought. Like this guy, I guess his grandmother had all this stuff in her house. She passed away. And then his dad was going to deal with the estate, but his dad got sick and ended up, I think he had cancer, and then he passed away. And he's like, I don't want to deal with this. He called us up. I think I had an ad on something because we didn't have the store yet, did we?
It was right. It was before
I
the
think
store.
we bought the building. We had the building, but we didn't have it open yet. I think. Yeah, because it was in like November. I don't remember.
Okay.
Because it was snowing when we went to the first time, and we
Yeah.
bought the building in August. But so I go out there and I look at everything, and it's just like time capsule of stuff from like the 80s. And he's like, you know what? We have an offer from a guy from an antique store. You have to buy everything though, not just the toys. And I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So I made him an offer. He goes, oh, okay, that's good. It's a lot more than the other guy offered, so it was ours. And we just proceeded to get, I think it was like
Everything.
10 trailer loads maybe of stuff. Like if you've been in the shop, that old TV that's in there, that was in their house. Like,
Oh,
there
what?
was-
I didn't know that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was from there.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to take everything. So I had like Hummel figures, and I don't like
Porcelain
throwing stuff
dolls.
away. But it's all like we're listing all this stuff.
Just like to throw it.
Well, the guy that works for Shane, he's listed on eBay and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna list some of this stuff. You know, start just listing shit. He lists this thing of chapstick. It was like
That's
this
the
Dr.
best.
Pepper chapstick that wasn't open. And I saw the listing. I was like, bro, did you miss a decimal point? Because he put it up for like $990 something. I thought he was supposed to put it up for $9. He's like, no, the last one sold for $1,200. I was like, are you out of your mind? And so I went and I looked and yeah, that's sure as shit. So we had a couple people like messaging us about it. And then someone just bought it. I was like, I just sold chapstick for $1,000. Like one thing of chapstick. So people out there remembered having this chapstick, or this person did it, or whatever. But we've sold stuff like prop houses and stuff will sometimes go. We had that McDonald's playground we had. We sold the slide to a movie
Where
theater.
is the McDonald's Playhouse?
The cheeseburger's getting restored.
Okay, I just
So
want to make sure.
been restored. He's back, but the Officer Big Mac is a lot more intricate. So it should hopefully
Okay.
be here this spring. But yeah,
I was
that's-
because I'm like, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Where is
coming
it?
back.
It's gonna come back.
All right.
People always said, "Where's he at?" I was like, "He's getting restored. We're fixing him." I gotta throw away Officer Big Mac.
Just want to make sure because I know it's gone. I'm like,
you know, it's just a
you
liability.
cemented a whole slab there to put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to cement another slab to put something else on that we have that's getting fixed right now too.
Yes.
So that'll be fun once it's in.
We have another installation.
Another
that's gonna be-
installation of history. But
Have you thought about putting a slab down for more parking?
you couldn't park there anyway, sir.
All right, so I do want to get more into the store, but how does your daughter come about? Like,
Oh, so are you going to get her?
are you going to go get her?
Give it away.
I was like,
I was like, I didn't mean like that.
no.
Hold
Um,
on, let me go get her.
But okay, so we had I honestly wanted like 6 kids, but obviously we weren't like able to afford to keep doing that. So we through
Have
some
you offered to trade a piano for one?
We tried. Actually, I think we already had her when I got the piano.
we decided
You're like encroaching.
to
Now I'm off my
become
pillow.
licensed foster parents in West Virginia. So we went through that process, and that's a wild ride. Let me just tell you, my
Whoa.
hat's off to anybody who's able to open their hearts and their minds and their emotions and their everything to the foster program, because foster parents are needed and they're heroes and they're amazing, because it is so hard. But that's, what we felt called to do next. So we did that. You go through a ton of training.
Yeah.
You are shown the ugly underbelly of humanity a little bit.
Yeah.
Because kids don't come in the foster system because it's a happy day, right? It's not. It's a bad day.
We get a lot of I know we had one call. It was like for a baby that she told us like this child's probably only live for 3 weeks, and I was like,
yeah,
we can't. We have our son. We can't have we can bring this little boy or little girl into the house. Then he passes away in 3 weeks. How do you explain that to your son?
Right.
Your other kids. So,
right.
I mean, maybe if we were older and the kids were older and all that stuff, but yeah.
I've always I've talked about it that like when
I don't know how people foster dogs and then give them away, let alone
we only had one incident or one instance where we were fostering a little boy and he ended up having to go live with his family. And my kids they both knew him. I was like, oh, where's our brother? We miss our brother Chase. And he was lived with us for a month, 2 months.
He was 3 months. 3 months with us. 3 months with us.
So,
but yeah, it was, and it was the right thing, right? He's where he should be. Like, and I know he's healthy, he's happy, and he's where he should be. But it's hard. It's hard. So with our daughter, it was our son's 4th birthday.
We were up in Michigan.
We were up here on vacation. And
you get a phone call. Hey, we have
7 o'clock in the morning.
Like, we're in Michigan. Okay, we'll call someone else. No, we're on the way.
Yeah. So like when you're a foster parent and you get a phone call, like you have to answer the call right then. Like there's no let me think about it, let me evaluate. Tell me more information, because a lot of times they only know like this much of the information about the situation that they're dealing with. So like we knew there was a baby girl, she was in the hospital. And that was it. We didn't know if she was healthy. We didn't know anything. And we said yes. We said yes. And we said, we will like be there in 12 hours. And we just have to pack up. Like I never packed up our house and packed us up so fast.
You didn't do anything fast. It was amazing.
And we drove back home, and we had a wonderful woman help like watch Trip for us at the house. And we went to the hospital. And got to meet Talia. Like she had a big old bump on her head, like because of like during delivery, I think it's forceps or something like.
Yeah.
Which
There's like
wasn't
a suction cup or a vacuum cleaner,
something like that. And the amazing thing about the foster system too is like the information we were given still didn't match what like the paperwork said and everything too. So like we were still learning things, and like there's so many rules. And then we spent months and months just going to court. Like they would tell us we didn't have to go, but like we would go to every single court date, every single meeting, every single anything. Like we were there so that the judge could see that like we were totally engaged.
I feel like that's the proper thing to do, because if you're not engaged, then
why are you
what kind of people are you?
Yeah.
I want to take this child, but I can't be bothered with these. Yeah. Like these nuances.
I think there's different reasons why people get into fostering, but we had declared ourselves as we were foster to adopt. Like that was how we were approaching it to start with. So we would generally get phone calls that were literally like adoption, like because sometimes kids go home, and that's good. Like if they can go home and be safe, like go reunite with their birth families or whatnot. But yeah, so we spent months on pins and needles and everything like that. And I tell you what, when it was finally done, like she could walk, like in her adoption picture, she was walking, like, but she has been with us. She's been with us since she was 5 days old.
Smoking her cigarette.
Now with her, we don't have contact with her birth mom or anything like that. But she understands that, she's adopted and everything, and she's just as much of a miracle. And so coincidentally, our kids' birthdays are one day apart.
We were literally celebrating my son's birthday when we got the call.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Wow.
So their birthdays are
So that's why you guys were up here.
Yeah. Yep.
So what's their age difference?
4 years.
I didn't realize they were that far apart.
Yeah. She's very tall.
For a while, we thought she was going to get taller than him, because he was like your height, but he shot up.
He's not wrong. Like a lot of times, there are jokes that when he's actually not wrong. He isn't much. I don't think I'm much taller than him.
He might be taller than you now.
If
He
the
might
hair,
be.
the hair
Yeah,
counts,
he's almost
Yeah.
as tall. He's tall as Denise is now.
just about.
Then
He's got like very tall, curly, like fro.
He doesn't want.
He
He's
doesn't
hit
wanna
that
cut it.
age.
He's
He's
like-
hit that age where he's getting very particular about things, and his hair is one of those things. It's very curly, and he doesn't want to cut it. So he's got a red fro. That's what he wants it.
He looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
This
Jeez.
is gonna be the new Fargus.
There you go.
So yeah, and then I mean, literally, her adoption finalization was one of the things that had to fall into place before we could move up
Yeah.
here. But because we were waiting for that to happen,
Selling the house up there.
we bought the house.
Well, we bought the house here.
We bought the house before her adoption was even finalized. We because we were up here visiting.
Yeah, and we were walking the kids somewhere. Our house now is a couple streets away from my parents' house.
We're
We're
like,
like,
2
oh, there's
blocks
an open
over.
house. Let's go check it out. So we're walking around. I was like, we should buy this house.
Yeah. We're like, this is a
It
good
needed a lot of
price,
work,
and it
yeah,
needed
but
work, but like the
still
pricing
needs
was
work,
good,
but-
and it was in the neighborhood of his parents, and
Yeah, the kids
so
can walk over
we
there
put
now,
in
so.
an offer, and they accepted it,
And then we're
and
like,
we're
shit, we got 2 more.
yeah, and we're like, oh no, what are we gonna do?
I didn't realize that your parents lived that. I knew you guys lived close. I didn't realize they were that.
Oh yeah.
near.
Yeah, it's
If
like
you listen closely, you can hear my dad snoring right now.
that's how much people. I remember when I was telling people that I'm leaving, we're moving to Michigan. I'm going to be living near my in-laws, and they were like, "Are you sure? Do you really want to do that?" I was like, "Heck yeah! I hit the in-law jackpot. I'm definitely moving up by them."
I can say this. I've never met Susan's mom. Again, Susan's mom, everything that I've ever heard from anyone, she was a horrible person. But her dad, even to this day, and again, Susan, I mean, you've seen Susan in the shop with me. We still do stuff together as a family. Her dad's been wonderful, always been wonderful to me, and wonderful for the kids and all his grandkids and everything. So I understand, I do understand that. Although I always make jokes about in-laws.
Well, I mean, look, we got Papa Gray. Like
Yeah,
we couldn't be Sarge and Reds without Nana and Papa.
He's the only one with a shirt.
I know, right? My
And-
mom has a graphic too. We never really.
Yeah.
She's on the sticker for the Rice Krispie treats.
Yes, if you happen to score one of Nana's treats, you'll get the sticker with her graphic on it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I got a cookie for the kids from your mom.
Oh, did you?
Not this Christmas. I think like 2
Yeah,
Christmas.
she hasn't done cookies in a while. She's been doing the Rice Krispie treats, which are
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
She's not there as often, not nearly as often as your dad.
No, my dad's there 3 days a week,
Yeah. He's there 3 days a week now.
which is nice because being away for so many years, coming back and be able to work with my dad is pretty cool to catch up.
Yeah.
Your dad, I just want to say, like, he's like, when I talk to him, like, first off, he's one of the kindest people you can meet. But you think as people get older, they forget things. He remembers all kinds of stuff about Andrew, all kinds of stuff about Olivia. I talked to him about, oh yeah, she's doing golf. He started talking to me about the golf because he golfs like once a week in the summer, in the spring,
Yeah.
whatever. On a club and everything. And he's like, oh, I'll go out with her. Like he's all, like
If anybody that wants to go golfing, he's
Yeah,
your man.
but,
He wants to
you know,
go.
again, a lot of times when you have older people, they give a creepy vibe.
Oh.
He doesn't at all. Like,
No.
he's just like,
We need a new shirt, Papa Gray. I'm not creepy.
I'm not creepy. Yes.
well, that would be the second shirt I made for you guys.
I like it. I
I
like
got-
it.
I got
What was
you-
the first one?
Yeah.
Red's Army.
Oh, that's right. Oh, but it turned into Crew. But yes.
But
Yes.
whatever. It's my idea.
That's right. I forgot about that. That was your idea.
All
I
right.
do what
So,
Fred tells me to, Crew.
so before Talia, you had started selling on eBay, correct?
Mhm.
So now, did this turn into a full-time job?
No, it was just a side hustle.
Okay.
A lot of side hustle.
Mhm.
So you're working full-time jobs and you're doing this eBay. Now, was this also in preparation to try and adopt, or were you just like, this is extra money?
No, we started doing it to get extra money to pay for the adoption expenses.
Okay.
Originally,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
and
we just
then
kept
we
going.
kept
yeah.
doing it
Well, I bought so much
because
shit, I had to get rid of it somehow.
well, because it was actually really fun, and we saw it as
Yeah, it was an
a
opportunity,
future. We
like,
saw
yeah.
a future
Yeah.
there. So, and he really he loves it. I don't know now if you say you love it as much, but
It's fun. It's all right.
If he sold the place, he'd end up opening up another one by the end of the year.
oh, this guy doesn't like relax. He doesn't. I mean, he's sitting here now, but like
It's because
he
she's
does-
sitting on my arm. I'd be listing shit on eBay right now.
if he could, he would go be working. Right
Well,
now.
he's aggravated that she's taking the armrest right now.
Yeah.
No, she can't use it so far away.
I don't even know why you wanted the armrest.
My arm on. What else would I use the armrest for?
I don't know.
All right, so you're selling on eBay. At what point are you like, we need to open a store, and we're moving up to Michigan to open the store? How does this all come about? Because you didn't just open a store. If I'm correct, your dad said the one thing I told him is do not lease a place. You need to buy your own place.
Yeah, he did. He did say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to lease something anyways. I thought, why throw away money on a lease when you can have the real estate? Once you're done doing whatever the thing is, at least now you have this real estate that you can rent out or sell or do whatever.
Right.
So, and that's one of the things right now. We're like, we need a bigger place, but I'm not going to go lease something else. So I'm like, try to find a building we can buy. But
I'm assuming you didn't think you were going to outgrow this store as quickly as you did.
no,
Ever.
it seemed really, really big at first. Like if you go back and watch our first video, like when we do the walkthrough, I'm like, wow, you can see the slat wall there.
Sarge and Reds has outgrown any vision I ever could have fathomed. Like I was excited, we're opening a shop. This is really cool. This is going to be, I'm still going to work for the, foreseeable future. Cause I still was working my corporate desk job, like all this time.
She could telecommute. So.
I telecommuted. I had the same job in West Virginia, moved up here, kept the same job, like corporate job. I had to travel a little bit once in a while. Like, and I just assumed that I would keep doing that. And that I had no idea. Like, I just had no idea what this was going to become. Like, it's blown my mind in the best way possible. It's awesome. And I'm so grateful.
So explain the location of why you felt you needed to be here and rebuilding this store, because
Oh,
we looked at a couple different buildings actually. So
we did.
We looked at a place that's down off of, I think it was on Hayes, like 18 Mile. It was a bigger building, but it was like 2 units, and it was bigger, but it sat really far back in the road. The guy wanted way too much money for it. I think it's still sitting for sale. So we didn't go with that. There's another one. We looked at leasing one place. We looked at leasing a couple places first, actually.
Yeah, we did.
Because there was one downtown Utica, which that was the size of our living room. We would have outgrown that the first day.
Oh, for sure.
Which
we were so mad that it didn't work out. We were really frustrated because we really wanted that spot, but it was not meant to be.
I'm glad we didn't.
It was not meant to be.
Well, then there was the barber shop that we were trying to buy.
That's what I meant.
Oh, I was talking about the back of that hot tub store. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that would have never.
But
yeah.
yeah, that one never worked out. That one either.
you were
There's
going to
been
have
a lot of-
a hot tub in there.
No. There was a hot tub store, and like the back was a separate unit, but it was teeny.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm still selling shit on eBay. I was like, I got all stuff, so we're living here, and I'm selling stuff online. And
Oh, and by the way, my dining room is full of toys. My living room is full of toys.
I think I got most of it out. There is still that trash
it was all over the house. I was like, we've got to do something. This is out of control.
So before you guys got the warehouse, I
It
was
was
talking.
before we opened
This
the
is before we
shop
had the
too.
shop. This
But no,
was-
but I'm saying before you guys got the warehouse, I was talking to someone at the, I think it was Chris at one of the events, and he's like, "Have you ever been over the house?" And I was like, "No, I've never been over." Why? He's like, "You can't walk through there."
No, the garage was bad.
It's like there's toys everywhere, like no matter where you go. Because I didn't realize, because you have the bathroom downstairs that you let people use. You also have the one upstairs, and I went to use the bathroom upstairs one day,
That's
and
my
I'm like,
washing area. I was a
and I'm
deep
like, oh my gosh, dude! Like, there's toys in here too. And if you go in the office,
yeah, the building is not big enough. It's like 2,500 square feet. It's not big enough.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
office was originally like my office because
Yeah.
I was still working a corporate job. So that was like where I was going to
And
work.
the third floor was the kids' like hangout area.
Yeah, we
that
had a
was
I've
like-
been up there.
Because the second floor is where we had to leave eBay stuff initially. We had to move it all up there when we opened the second floor. But yeah.
Just keep growing.
And now it's all out of the warehouse. Most of the eBay stuff's out of the warehouse.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no, to get back to your original question about like how we picked this building, it was just
Oh yeah.
I remember a building. It was a unique looking building. I remember going there when I was a kid.
How did you find out to go there at the first
I just
place?
saw it driving by. I was like,
No, but you.
it wasn't for sale. It wasn't
No,
listed.
but the stuff inside.
Oh, I was just peeking through the windows, being nosy.
Oh,
Because I saw it was
okay.
like it was vacant. I was like, I remember this place when I was a kid, and I'm looking through the windows and I could see some of the stuff in there. I was like, oh man, there's still all the crap from the novelty shop in there. Hey, Krusty Crow. I could see some of the stuff inside still. I was like, well, this is cool. And there was like some like derelict tax thing on the window that it looked like it had been sitting there for a while. So I kept trying to find the lady who owned it, or the person who owned it. I don't know who it was at the time. I found this lady who owned it, and I was like, "Hey, you got a bunch of stuff in there." I was wondering, do you want to sell any of it? Because in my mind, I'm like, "This is gonna be a cool pick." I didn't even think about buying the building yet. So she let us go in there, and it was like all the old novelty stuff, like Uncle Sam's and shit. And we kind of went and picked some stuff, and then I was like, "You know what? This building, it needs some work, but maybe she'll sell it." So I was talking to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'd sell it." Well, first she didn't want to sell it. I think she was hesitant because she didn't want it to get torn down because I guess her parents owned it or something. And so I was like, "No, I want to restore it." I remember coming here when I was a kid, and
So then he brings me.
yeah, I brought Denise in there because we had to still do all the rest of the stuff. Like, well, first, I wanted to show her. But she comes in, it was bad.
I was like, "Are you out of your ever-loving mind?" Like installations falling out of the ceiling,
water spots
there's
everywhere.
dead birds, there's dead squirrels.
There were some cool old balloons, like Mylar balloons. Transformers,
and
GoBots.
it didn't smell wonderful, to be honest. Like I was just like, "How?
You
why?
have video.
Why?"
You have video of
Yeah, there's video up there of it. Yeah, we have the original walkthrough. I mean, the old red carpet was still in there
Oh yeah.
because it used to have like just this red carpet.
And the
up there,
ceilings
really.
were super. I mean, they were really low.
They were lower than they are now
Yeah.
because I think they had built like a drywall system over the old slat board, plaster slat ceiling that was up there. But yeah, it was an ordeal. We ended up buying the building, and it was like right around COVID, so we had to do most of the
We'd
work
be done.
ourselves.
We were gonna.
Yeah, we were
bought
gonna
it in
open up by
August.
Christmas.
We bought it in August. We'll be ready to open by Christmas. No problem.
Yeah, no. And we opened November the next year. So,
Yeah.
But if you go in there now, like that back area, like when you walk in the door, and there's that little back area where like He-Man and all that's at.
Yep.
So when you first walk in that door and you turn to the left, that was the stairs going upstairs. So you go upstairs there. We tore out the steps and we moved the steps to where they are now. We bumped the front of the building out probably 2 feet because they were like wing walls. So I was like, well, we might as well move it all the way out to the end of there. Why not? So we did that because
Yeah.
at this point we're replacing beams anyways and doing all this. Like we replaced one because we had to replace one where we took out that wall. So we have 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5. We replaced 5 LVLs and put them in to open it up more. I mean, there's a lot.
And
of
this
work.
is not. We hired this great crew that was doing it. This
No,
is
it was
during
like during COVID, you
COVID.
couldn't get anyone to come
And-
out.
Like mostly his blood, sweat, and tears, and a buddy of his that does do construction
Yeah.
and stuff. And like
It was like when he had downtime, he'd come and help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
and it was no place for the kids to be, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, Tali was little, like really little, and it was.
But at this point, I mean, you moved up here, you bought this, even though you don't have a store. eBay has to be your full-time job.
That's
Which-
what, yeah, my full-time job.
Yeah.
So if
Still-
you're trying to do that, and again, I've sold stuff on eBay to get rid of stuff, it is time consuming.
It's a pain in the ass.
So if you're trying to do that and all, I mean, that's a lot of hustling to try and
Yeah.
get all that together.
There was stuff we were gonna do that, like the front half of the building, the 1-story part. At one point, we were gonna turn one of the windows upstairs into a door and have that as like a big deck, but we couldn't get the right kind of material for a flat roof because it was just gonna be like a hangout area for us. Like,
Yeah.
shit, we might as well have something up there. We can chill out. Have Santa Claus go up there and stuff in the wintertime. But yeah, that didn't work out. But so we did as much as we could. But a lot of the stuff we were thinking about actually came to fruition with the construction. But
Yeah.
I'm glad Mike told me we could move the steps because that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, they were like
Yeah,
those
I can
ones that were like
imagine.
straight up and down. He was my buddy. He is my buddy. But we've been friends since probably we were kids. So and he lives right up the street from my parents. He lives in his mom's house. She passed away, but he ended up moving into there. So
So you got all that. Now you're building this out. Now I can tell you, the first time that I heard about you, you weren't even open yet. I was told that, yeah, they're not really like a toy store. They're more like an antique, and maybe they have old toys. And I was like, okay. And I probably drove by there a bunch of times. thinking like, oh well, not something that I'm interested in. I've been in these hobby shops. They're useless to even go in. And then finally I decided to go in there because I'm like, I might as well go see what it is. And I walked in and I was just like, there's no tricycles here.
No.
There's no old wagons. There was the He-Man horse.
The battle
Oh,
cat
Battle Cat.
bouncer.
Battle Cat,
I have another one of those actually.
I think that was there, but I was like, this isn't anything like that. And I actually had a different feel of what the store was because at first I was like, this is way more modern stuff. I think you have more modern stuff than a lot of the vintage stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe
a lot of people when they have vintage, they just throw stuff in. And it's like kind of like buy it at your own apparel. Or you guys don't buy a lot of like used Marvel Legends and stuff.
No, we don't buy a lot of loose modern stuff. If we're buying loose stuff, it's going to be vintage.
Right.
And I'm also shocked at how many people, and I know there's a few other stores in the area that do that. And I'm blown away by how many people, because I've been in some of the stores and I'm just kind of like, I didn't even talk to like Randy. And I was like, people really bring.
Wait, I was like, you need both hands to do that.
I'm like, people really like, I'm like, this thing's on the shelves it's like used in a bag. I'm like, people, this is on the shelves at Target still. He's like, you'd be surprised how many people bring something in 2 or 3 months after they bought it. I don't know why, but they want to just sell it. And all right, it seems like a total waste to me, but good for you, right?
So one thing I've seen is the community that is enthusiastic about toys is there's so many different ways that people enjoy their
Some
toys.
is inbox, some is open.
Some people are adamant, like the box has to be a certain way, it has to be pristine. They never open it. Like that's how they want it. Some people open every single toy. They want to open it. They want to display it. Some people.
Who would that be?
But we have guys. I think you've got Todd. He's like, you're very meticulous. He looks at the thigh gaps. Like, I have to get a different one. The thigh gap's too big. I was like, Todd, you're just gonna take it home and put it in a tote.
Yeah, they buy it, collect it, and it gets put away. It doesn't even see the light. And then there's people that buy it, they enjoy it, and then they trade it in. They almost like want to.
Yeah.
We have a couple customers like that. They want to trade it in, like constantly. They're constantly moving their collection. There's customers that
what's his name that comes in with
sell
Transformers? Like we'll buy modern Transformers if they're,
That guy was like, he's got like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think. Does he do YouTube? You're talking about the Transformers guy? No,
no. This is a younger kid. He's
okay.
19.
So quickly, Darren 3 Star is saying, are we talking about a coin-operated battle?
No, it's like a bouncer, like old horses. Where so
with the springs that
spring bouncer.
we were gonna pinch something in it as a kid.
Something.
Not that. Kid.
Denise, what would you pinch in it?
Oh, stop it. But then there's also people who have collected, like they collect a whole series or a whole bunch of something. Yeah. They sell it all. Yeah. They sell the complete set and then they start over to something else.
I remember we had a guy, he came in when they started, Hasbro switched from the plastic box, the plastic front where you can see the figure, to the closed box. He's like, I'm done. I can't collect this anymore. He sold us his entire collection. He's like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. So, but yeah, there's people that some stuff that's their thing.
Like everybody's got these are the things when we were opening the store, and I guess I'll say what I was thinking. I was like, it's not groceries. Like, how busy could it be? Like I had no concept of it. Like John obviously knows it way better than I did and even do. But like I was like, it's not groceries. We're not getting, people aren't gonna. But there's a community that like there's folks that like this. It's happy. They make it. Toys make people happy. They just do.
There's a community for so many different. And I mean I dated a girl that.
No way.
She was. I know, shocker. She was like blown away. She's like, there's professional skateboarders. I'm like, dude, there's professional everything.
Yeah.
Yes. I how do you like, it's actually a pretty big industry, but there's professional bowlers and there's professional, what's that thing that the Canadians do with the ice?
Curling.
Curling. Yes. Like and we're not talking about curling, the professional bodybuilder. Like there's all this stuff. Yes,
She needs different toys.
it's you don't want to know about Specs other toys, all right?
Denise just said, what did you just say to him today?
I said she needs different toys.
If you watch Circle the Jerks, you hear about the types of toys that Toy Optics is into.
Well, today I went and bought this collection from a gentleman, and he just bought Hot Toys and Mezco and Mayfex and like all the high end stuff. He never opened any of it. He had totes of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be working through it for the next probably couple weeks, getting it all in the store. But it's just like he never opened any of it. So
and to me that's again, I don't understand why people.
I'm an opener. If I get something I like, I'm gonna open it. I want to look at it. I want to play with it. I want to mess with it. I mean, I get it. If I buy a collection that's a vintage Star Wars, I'm not going to rip it off the 30, 40-year-old card. That's different. But
yeah, and to me, like again, almost anything I buy, I have very few things that are still in package, and usually anything I have still in package, it's because I have an extra one of them for some odd reason.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like somebody actually sent me, they gave me an original Master of the Universe Stratos on card. I'm not going to open it.
Does he have a blue beard?
No, it's the one that's not as expensive, but still.
Yeah, the blue beard one. That one's expensive. I don't think I've ever had one.
I don't know if I put it away or not. No, but it was because I was looking at it because Johnny, his parents were collectors, so they bought stuff to keep in package and to open up, and he keeps everything. So he starts parting stuff away, and he starts sending stuff to people, his friends, and he's like, "Here, you want this? You want that?" And
my address, I'll take as much as he wants to give me.
I'm actually surprised he's not in here. I don't understand that, but again, everyone collects in different ways. I don't understand the inbox collector because you're right. Like if I'm spending this much money on this stuff, and it's not worth any money. It's not like very few of these modern toys. I think
modern toys don't appreciate in value. They depreciate in value from my experience. I mean, there's some stuff that's going to be like some of the old NECA stuff, like before they became super big, when it was like in Spencer's and Hot Topics. Some of that's worth a lot of money, but then they remake it, and then the original one loses most of its value.
The 90s killed everything because no one realized in the 80s what that stuff was going to be worth.
Everyone
in the 90s, we all bought that Power of the Force stuff. I still have some stuff here. We know it ain't worth nothing.
Olga calls, hey, I got a bunch of vintage Star Wars I want to sell. It was like, vintage how? Vintage 90s or vintage 80s? Oh, 90s. Like, yeah. Sorry, I can't help you.
It's crazy to think that Power of the Force 2 is
think about it now. It's how old? 30 years?
It's 30 years old now. 95. I remember
searching all over. It's on the second floor, but it's like it's got the Kmart sticker on it. That's like $8, and I have it at like $4.
Max K75 say miss going up there. Got the HasLab Sentinel up there and a case of bats.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just got a Galactus in the collection. Like I headed to the HasLab Galactus, yeah. And the Ant-Man or the Giant Man. And the Ninja Turtle Party Wagon from NECA. If you guys need that.
Did you get all the faces for the Giant Man?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look.
Ooh, the eyes.
The eyes. I'm sorry, the
eyeballs. Probably not. Someone's gonna have a Giant Man that's going.
Oh, we might go get them.
Probably not.
Okay, so we got to get into something that you say every morning. What do you say every morning that you?
I'm stealing my covers. Is it time to wake up yet?
I say good morning, all you beautiful toys.
I must interject though. This is a fraud because 90% of the time she comes in, it is not the morning. It is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It used to be the morning always. So we talked about how this.
Well, quickly, if you watch her story on Instagram, it's almost there every single day.
I've been kind of slacking lately, but yeah.
Well, you've also gone through a lot of stuff recently, and again, we get busy in life. Although this is your job, so you shouldn't have any reason.
I know, right?
You're right.
Well, today she was supposed to open the store. She gets there at we open at 11. What time did you get there? 10:59. There was already 2 customers there. I was like, I'll just go. If you're not going to be there 15 minutes early, you're not on time. I mean, realistically, you got to turn on the lights. You got to turn on. Yeah.
He's a tough boss.
No, I'm not. I'm realistic.
I came in one day, and I heard the door. I heard the lock, and I thought he saw me and walked in to lock it to play a joke, and he was actually getting up to unlock it. I was like, oh, I thought, because I heard it click. I was like, oh, I thought you saw me and you locked it.
That sounds
Pull the
about right.
shades.
That sounds about right.
No one home. Go away.
All right, so
Okay, so we talked about how like it's an old building, right? It's from like 1920s.
Haunted as shit.
Yeah, so we're convinced it's haunted.
I think I found a newspaper in the attic from 1913.
Yeah. So
Oh my
we've
gosh.
also had ghost hunters come.
Mm-hmm.
When we first opened, we had ghost hunters come and they picked up however this stuff does. They brought their equipment and everything like that. They think, yes, it's definitely haunted.
See, he's right. If you're not 15 minutes early or late, thank you.
He served in the army.
True story. So I would have to get, because I was still working my corporate job for a while, so I'd have to get there earlier in the morning before we opened and everything, because I was working upstairs. And I would like try to say hello to the ghosts and everything like that, so they would know, like, hey, I don't mean any harm. I'm here. I'm nice. Like,
I used to tell them off. It's my building. Get the hell out.
So it started with that, and then a little bit of a nod to Toy Story, because it's, kind of like, oh, well, I think, give the toys a chance to like get back in their places and everything, because I'm coming in the shop and everything. So I just started doing it. I don't even remember the first time I did it on a video.
Didn't Jimmy Hart tell you to do
But
it?
yeah,
I think Jimmy Hart was like, you need to do this all the time, baby.
So
I
we have
remember you telling me that. That Jimmy Hart's idea.
Yeah.
we have signings at our shop and everything. Celebrities come in, and we had Jimmy Hart in, and he loved it, and he was like, you should do this, and
He did one.
this.
He's like, good
And
morning, all you beautiful toys.
Yeah, we usually try to get like the other celebrities to come in to do one too, and it just kind of like stuck. And then we have customers to come in, and they'll say it like when they walk in the door and everything. It's so sweet. It makes me so happy when I hear somebody else say it. So yeah, it's just the thing. Like, I remember, I think it was Lamont. One of our customers, he came in, and
He was
is he in here?
yeah.
He's not in right now, but yeah, he's here a lot.
He talked about like how he woke up in the morning and he said hello to all his beautiful toys and his collection and everything, and I thought that was just so cool. And I don't know, it just kind of stuck. So it got started because I didn't want the ghosts to be mad at me, and and then a little assist from Jimmy Hart, and it's now the thing.
Okay, so I gotta ask you. I'm gonna ask John first, and then I'm gonna ask you, D.
Uh-oh.
What do you collect? John's not a big collector. I'm just gonna tell you, John is not a big collector.
My collection's eclectic. I like just the things I see that I like. Like, I kind of hoarded Gamorrean guards and Dress Blue Gung Hos for the longest time, but then I decided to stop and start selling them in the shop. I still have a couple of them.
Tell why you hoarded the Gamorrean guards.
Oh, so when I was a kid, my mom had a kidnapper van. It was like one of those big brown conversion vans. I used to call it a kidnapper van. She hates it. She's like, it was a kidnapper van. I was like, yes, Mom. Everyone thought you were a
I
kidnapper.
can see your mom saying it too. I can see your mom yelling at you.
Oh, yeah, she yelled all the time about it. But I remember it had a ladder on the back, so I'd climb up on top, and I was playing with my Star Wars. And for whatever reason, we had this old metal mailbox, just like the top part, and I had it on the ground. And I was knocking figures in and off of the thing, and that was my Sarlacc pit. And so I was up there playing, and she's like, we gotta go, we're going wherever. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I came we went in the house, did whatever, but then ended up leaving. And I know we're driving down the road, and I'm like looking out the back, and I see toys flying. I was like, Mom, my Star Wars toys are flying in the street. So she gets out and she's like running in traffic trying to get them, but poor Gamorrean guard, he got it.
I thought he was the only one that
died.
Oh, he died.
He
Okay.
got killed. He died. He was my favorite one.
And if you guys happen to see a toy store near you, that series that Nacelle puts out.
Denise has a tattoo. It says Gamorrean gal on her butt.
I do not. There is no Gamorrean gal tattoo.
Yeah, what was the bet there about getting a Gamorrean guard tattoo?
It's not going to happen. I'm not getting the tattoo.
You should get it.
No way.
Hot.
Oh, sure. But yeah, so yeah, there's a whole bit about his obsession with Gamorrean guards.
I had the soap. I had the coffee mug. I have all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Like the giant 12-inch figure who's cool. I think I have one in my office right now. It's the Black Series one whose mouth opens. with the
But it's
furry,
kind of crazy, like that show. Like, there's a show about us on Amazon Prime. It's so crazy. That's weird, right?
It's kind of strange.
It's very weird.
Came out like a year later or 2 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it
Oh
did.
yeah, it's funny.
So
You
the
look at it
trick
now, like
is-
wow, that does not look anything.
Well, actually, I think yours came out a year later.
Yes, we need a
And-
Gamorrean pinup.
Yeah, and Randy's came out like I think 2.5 years later after this.
long?
Well, yeah, because when they did Randy's, he didn't even have the second half of the store,
Yeah.
nor did he have, nor had the place burnt next to him.
Well, you shoot all the footage yourself. You just send it.
Yeah, it is all.
And they put it all
they
together.
edit it. Yep.
So that shocked me because Randy's the owner of Nerd Out, and they're very far away. Not very.
I
far
drove
away,
by there today when I went to buy the giant collection I bought.
Did you?
Yes.
but Randy was the one that told me. He's like, they don't come in and film. We film
Oh, it's
everything.
what we
And then-
want.
And then I was like, that's, I mean, I think it's cool that they do something, but that's very, it's not personal. You know, they're not in there actually interviewing
No,
you.
you just send everything and they kind of edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't cost them very much. They're able to put stuff together, make some money. And again, your store looks completely different.
Yeah,
Totally
like from the
different.
day of the video, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And if anyone wants to see me in the shower, just watch it to the end credits.
Gun Bunny says, I could draw a Gamorrean
I
pinup.
saw
for
it.
you."
That's what we need.
Oh, okay.
Has
He's
to
a,
have credits.
he's a customizer. He does
Okay.
amazing work. So, okay. So
We, by the way, we love artists. If you've been to our shop, you'll see we have a whole wall of
It's our own
art.
little artist alley.
Art, yeah, we have an artist alley. So we have art by Terrell, art by Kyle, and a few pieces by a protege of Kyle's for sale in the shop. And then we also have our legends wall. So every time we have a celebrity in the shop, we have a piece of art put together for them,
They sign
and then
it,
they
you know.
autograph it, and we put that.
People
on
always
the
want to
wall
buy it. Can I buy that one?
too. No. So
Well,
yes,
we're gonna talk. We're gonna get to that because there's some things that I want to ask you that people ask me all the time, and I'm like, I'm not fucking them. No,
no, you're
no,
not.
not at all. D,
You're not.
tell everyone what you collect.
Souls.
I knew he was going to say that. I collect stories. So I don't collect any toys or anything per se, but
You always look for the perfect Princess Leia.
I do want a perfect Princess Leia, and I still have yet to
That
find.
new one that came in, it's a very good face scan of her.
It is.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll have to look at
Anyway.
it. Anyway,
You should get a Power of the Force 2 one. She looks like
Yeah.
a monkey.
is that the Butch one?
Just the buff one where
The buff one?
she kind of looks like an orangutan.
No, she looks exactly like an orangutan. Not kind of.
Yeah, but I collect stories. I love to hear everyone's stories about, why is this toy special to you? Why are you getting this? Why is it important? And that's also why I do a lot of the social media stuff too for us, because that's the magic. That's the magic behind it, is like the meaning of why this piece of plastic or this cloth and plastic thing is you want to spend your hard-earned money on. I want to know why. I want to know what it is. We've had a woman who got so emotional.
The one that I thought there was an accident in the front of our building because I heard brakes. What the fuck's going on out there?
She saw an Emmett Kelly doll in the window.
It was just
it's
on this-
old.
it was
It's
like
an old
old-
hobo
Ventriloquist dummy.
ventriloquist dummy.
I just set it there because it was creepy looking, and no one's gonna buy this thing. Everyone's gonna put it in the window.
Yeah, and she saw it, and she said she had one as a kid, and
She was probably in her 60s, maybe.
she was an
Older woman.
older woman.
Shit.
And
70s, maybe.
she was just overcome.
She was crying.
Yeah, because she'd always been looking for one, and she thought even if she found one, she could.
Well,
never,
she found them on
ever
eBay. She
afford
said,
it.
and she said they were like hundreds of dollars. Before she goes, "Will you sell that to me?" I was like, "I don't care. You have $20. How about that?" She's like, "Oh my god, yes." I didn't want it.
It
But
was
yeah.
just so sweet.
And then she came back in a couple weeks later with she found a picture of herself with it as a kid.
Yes, she had a picture of herself with her doll as a kiddo. And we've had another time where a husband came back and bought a figure for his wife because it looked just like her father who had passed away.
It was Centurions. I
Yeah,
forget his name. The one with the mustache. It looked like Burt Reynolds. The green one.
Yep.
It looked like his father-in-law, and it was a centurion.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, it kind of looks like my dad when he was younger with the black mustache and hair. But, yeah.
There's the guy that bought the strawberry shortcake house for his wife for Christmas. Just like
massive things. Like, I can't. She's gonna snoop. Can I just leave it here till Christmas Eve? I was like, I don't care.
I just oh, that stuff just like gets me right in the feels, and I one day I want to write a book. Like I will admit I do have like a collection of notes and stories of things that like people have shared with me and stuff. So
you'll
like,
be in it, Larry.
One day
it's a short story.
Wah, wah. So that's what I collect.
No, and again, I found that really interesting when we talked before about that. And I mean, I do all these like classic reviews of the G.I. Joe stuff, and I always tell people like tell me a story about this. Like, you know, these are like 10-minute videos that I might do, which is shocking. I can do any video that's 10 minutes, but it's like, tell me a story that you had about this. You know, maybe you traded with your cousin or you took it to grandma and grandpa's, because that's all we have. And as someone who's not a toy collector or a collector of anything, there's a lot of people that they roll their eyes and they're like, this is just stupid, rather than looking and going, what is it that makes you want this?
Yes, it's not stupid. Everybody's got their why.
It reminds you of being a kid a lot of the times. You know, it's a simpler time in your life. Who doesn't want to go back to being a kid and not have to worry about all the shit you have to deal with as an adult?
Yeah, and I tell everyone, like, I can't explain why I love skateboarding how I do. I can't explain it. I hope everyone has something in their life that they love as much as I love skateboarding. I can't explain what it is about riding that four-wheeled menace to society that is so much fun. All right. It's a lot harder these days because 50 years old and knees they just don't go well. But it's like the fact that rather than just roll your eyes, these are just people with adult money who are going to buy stupid toys. You're like, I want to know why.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I'm willing to figure that out. Or
roll your eyes at me all the time.
Well, that's different.
Well, I can see why she rolls her eyes at you. I can't.
I didn't grow up. I mean, my brother and I played with some He-Man figures.
I had a rock on my pigeon farm.
And like my favorite toy growing up was like a pound puppy, like one of those, like the squishy ones, like not the smooth ears, but like the squishy, like Shar-Pei looking ones. And other than that, like I was into horses and being outside and stuff. So, you know.
And Darren, 3-star says, people worry too much about what makes other people happy. Mm-hmm. And it's true. And I've always said, like, Susan and I weren't married, but we had kids together. And I worked at my company for 25 years. So I've known some of these people from before we had kids, obviously after we split up. But I would have people that would ask me the question of, because you get to know them and they know you're not married. And I go, there's a difference between saying, hey, why aren't you married? You guys have kids. And then there's, why aren't you married? Like, one is questioning my lifestyle. And the other is like, hey, we've talked a lot. How come you guys just, why aren't you guys married? And I'm like, if that's what you want to know, cool. If you're questioning, then fuck you. Like, none of your business.
Right.
It was for insurance reasons. Just kidding, IRS.
Yeah, right.
But again, like so many people, like you said, as long as your family is taken care of, your house, it doesn't matter what you spend money on, as long as you're not, you're not hurting yourself. Now, I'm sure that you have seen more than enough people that have come to that store that you're probably going, I mean, I don't know everything about you, but I feel like maybe you shouldn't be buying $300 worth of toys. It sounds like maybe you're missing, a house payment, your electric. Maybe that's what you should go focus on. But in the end, it's not really your responsibility to worry about.
I mean, it's their money if that's what makes them happy. It's not my place to say, maybe you should invest this in a 401k. Whatever, life's short.
And honestly, the toy store is the happy place too. So like, I'm not gonna judge. You don't know. You don't know what battle they're fighting, right? You don't know if maybe they are missing a house payment, but like they need something to pull them out of a pit of despair,
Yeah.
and this is
We'll have
what's
guys
going
that
to
come
do
in
it.
and you know they come in when they're having like a rough time.
They
And,
do. We're like bartenders a little bit sometimes, and I don't mind.
except for I never get tips.
But like some people tell you a lot about what's going on.
It does make a lot of sense why sometimes I'm coming in, Dee's dancing on there like it's Coyote Ugly.
You just called me ugly.
Hey!
No,
You're ugly coyote.
That is not what he said.
don't put words in my mouth. I didn't. Hey, we can go back and rewatch it. I didn't. All right, so this is something I have to ask because a lot of people ask me all the time, and I know the answer to it. People have asked me, and I recently had someone said, "Hey, is John going to Joe Fest? Is John going to Motor City Comic Con?"
Oh, do we have
Right.
a table? Are we setting up at all
Yeah,
the
people
cons?
ask like, "Hey, why don't they do any of these comic shows in the
Yes, all the
area?"
time. Yeah.
John, I want you to, and I asked you this a long time ago, and I thought I love your premise of the reason why you don't. So explain to people why you don't do toy shows, why you don't try and go to like Allegiance Con or Joe Fest or anything like that.
It's just I'd rather bring people to us, make it more of a destination. It's just I don't want to pack up a bunch of shit and put it in a trailer and drive somewhere and set up at a table. I just don't. I have no desire to do that.
Well, that we have the infrastructure. We're in an infrastructure, right? It's not we're not our model and everything isn't set up to like be mobile, really, and that's kind of like our challenge too. So we always try to like the bigger events and things like that. We'll try to tie into them, right? Like go to Motor City Comic Con and then
off when you show it, and a
come
lot
see
of people
us.
come from out of town,
right?
And so like that was the thing that, and again, it wasn't one of those things like I remember asking you, you weren't like, oh, I don't. You were like, I would rather bring people here.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather spend the money to have Jimmy Hart, Mankind, Sergeant Slaughter. You have a lot of actors that come in. You had Nuclear Man come in, who was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'd rather have people come in here, and then they get to get an autograph, but we'll also bring them in here so they can see the store. And obviously, a lot of people are going to buy stuff to get it signed there, or they realize, wow, I didn't know this was a toy store here.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's all of those things. People come in, and some people come in and you never see them again until the next signing. But there's people that come in all the time. I came for a signing, and now we just come every couple of weeks. Yeah, Lene Quigley, she's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
We still text, like she's super cool. She's doing like a dog rescue thing out in what's the city? I don't remember. Somewhere in California, yeah. But yeah, she's super. Everyone we've had so far has been really coul.
Yeah, we
But,
definitely.
it's like, why not just bring people to come to your shop? Why not? It's you can either get a commercial on, I guess, TV if they still do those things, or pay for Google ads or whatever, or you can have an event where it's fun. A lot of the wrestlers that we're getting are the guys that were wrestling or were on TV when I was a kid, so I kind of want to see these guys. And unfortunately, a lot of them are getting older, so who knows how long they're going to be around. So yeah, let's get these guys in here. It's someone I remember watching, so I'll kind of use that as a reason to get someone I want to meet to come to the shop.
Yeah.
They've all been cool. So
All right, so I'm going to ask, who do you think your favorite person that you've had come in, whether wrestler, actor, other than a punk with toys?
Who?
You peeled the sticker off in front of your.
I didn't do that. Shoot. It's like favorite, like just from personality or what? Like, what's
the best experience that you've had? Like, who's?
I would say I like Ethan Page the best, probably. I mean, he's super cool. We still stay in touch. Before he moved down to Florida, we went to his house and like bought all his toys. He's a nice guy. I like Ethan.
Yeah.
Or Julian, this is his real name. But Lil Nay was really cool. I mean, Hacksaw was super cool. I mean, some guys are a lot more personable than others. Jimmy Hart was cool. We went to Big Boys on the way back to the airport, and the cook comes around, and I was like, "Oh my God, are you Jimmy Hart?" Because he doesn't try to hide the fact that he's fucking Jimmy Hart. Like, he looks like Jimmy Hart. The guy looks at me and goes, are you one of the wrestlers? Like, no, I'm not a wrestler, bro. I'm just a fat toy store owner.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but no, they've all been. We haven't had anybody that we've had in there that I've been like, I'm not getting this guy back.
No,
This guy
no,
was a jerk.
everyone's
They've all been
amazing.
super cool. You know.
I think we've been really lucky too that we've been able to like create like a personal relationship with some of these people too, because they have, speaking of stories, they have the best stories to tell for sure.
There's some cool stories.
I say like one of my favorites would be Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
He's like the grandfather everybody probably wishes they had. Like, I think I told you the story. I don't remember, but we went out to dinner.
Oh, that was the steakhouse.
Yeah, we were at the steakhouse.
I tell everyone this one.
It was hilarious. Like we're sitting there with Sergeant Slaughter getting like our orders. The waitress comes over. And she's like, "Oh my god, I know you!" And he's like got this big shitty grin. He's like, ugh. She's like, "You guys own that toy store, right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, they're the famous ones." It was hilarious.
And then throughout dinner, that was the best. But then throughout dinner, like, you know, you're just talking, you get to know somebody, and you ask him about his wife. He lights up. The man loves his wife. And he talked about, you know, how they met, and it was just this. Oh, I still to this day just melts my heart. Like you can tell that guy, he loves his wife.
That's what I tell everyone, because that's what you told me, and like I have a feeling for Sergeant Slaughter. He turned his back on Hulk Hogan and the USA. Right? He was a bad guy. I never liked him in G.I. Joe. I didn't like him as a wrestler. Again. And I've heard other people talk. He's the best person to represent G.I. Joe. He loves it. You know, he's a great ambassador. I talked to you when we were at Joe Fest, not in 24. Ed, one of my moderators, the guy he went with, said, "Hey, Sarge, let me get you a drink." And he sat down and sat there for I think 2 hours with all these people, and it wasn't acting like he was some big shot. No one tried like hounding him for audit. Everyone just sat there and listened to him tell stories.
Wow.
People would ask him questions, and he's just for 2 hours. And his manager was trying to get him to leave, and he was just like, "Leave me alone." And his manager was probably like, "Hey, people are paying $125 for this tomorrow morning to have breakfast with you. You can't." And he didn't care. He didn't care. Now, we were going to try and do it this year or on 25, but that same manager was too busy trying to carry him back to his room because he was wasted.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, and his manager is not. But
it's funny.
everything that you said, and I remember you saying, like, I laughed because you're like, I asked him about his wife, and he lit up. This is what you said to me, Dean. You go, I asked him about his wife, and his eyes lit up, and you're like, he loves his wife. And I went, well, that's good. It's great that he loves him. I hope so.
But yeah, you hear people that are like, "Oh yeah, I'm married, blah blah blah," but like it was just different. It was just something you could just tell. Like he just
Yeah, and again, I met him there. He has no idea who I was or who I am or anyone else. He let me take pictures with him, choking him. Everyone always gets choked by him. He let me choke him.
nice.
So, you know, I got a
Guy's
picture.
like 6'5". He's huge.
Well, he was on a chair, and I was,
Oh, okay.
and my arm looked awesome. My tricep was popping. It was awesome. That's what I got. Well, he put his hat on me because everyone started realizing, and I never noticed it, that I look like Sergeant Slaughter.
So you look like Leatherneck and Sergeant Slaughter.
So if I do this,
I don't see it.
You can.
everyone started
He does
saying,
have a big ass chin.
He
That
really
thing's
does.
just as big in real life.
"Oh, it is." But I mean, he was a wonderful guy to talk to, and
Mhm.
He was
You
what,
know,
16 size?
you had nothing but wonderful things to say about him, and so is everyone else. That I've never heard of anyone say, "Yeah, I had a horrible experience with him."
No, he was just so grateful for the fan. Almost, I'd say pretty much everybody that's been
Yeah, I
a
don't
shot.
think we've had anyone who's been like
These celebrities that we've
yeah,
met,
the ones
they
we've had. Yeah.
are so grateful for their fans. Like they are humble and they're like, "I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you stories." Like it's
Sometimes
really
there's like a big
nice.
line of like, "Gotta hurry up, come on, you don't hear, you gotta get to the airport soon, and there's a big line." So speaking of celebrities, we have 2 upcoming ones. So April 26th, we have Demolition coming to the shop. So
Axe and Smash.
Axe and Smash, and I think
Or
one of them, I forget
the
which one
Repo Man
was
and
also
Doink.
Repo Man. What's that?
The Repo Man and Doink.
Yeah, which one was Repo Man? Was it Axe or Smash? I can't remember which one played him too.
I don't remember. And I think that one played Doink.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
We
that.
got some research to
Yeah,
do.
we got some research to do. But then
Only there was something that we
August
could do.
9th, we have the Birdman, Coco Beware.
Yes.
That's going to be there. And
Man,
they both have a Smash. So, yeah, I mean, we're always trying to do the signings and the events. It's fun. Like we say, we want it to be more of an experience than just a store. So, we're probably not doing as many this year as we did last couple of years, but we're going to.
I might have to come in for the Birdman because I remember, and I tell this story all the time because my dad thought it was hilarious. It was a triple threat match. So 3-man, 6-man tag. Or 6-man tag, I'm sorry. And it was Coco Beware teaming up with the Killer Bees. And if anyone remember the Killer Bees, when one would get like tired or hurt, they'd roll out of the ring, they'd put the masks on, and then the other one would roll in. There's this one match where it's the 6-man tag. One's getting hurt, they roll out, they all put the mask on, and then Coco Beware rolls in. And my dad was like, really? The referee didn't notice that he's a black man and very colorful?
So I'm looking at a question about someone asking a couple things. Let me look at it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple there I was going to answer, but yeah, if you're going to bring them up.
So let me we'll ask this. Troy Bleeford is asking, what about the flip side? And this was about people buying stuff. When when someone comes in and are obviously in the throes of addiction, wanting to sell the collection.
I don't think we've ever really had someone who's come in who's been like obviously addicted. I've had some people come in and they're kind of like sketchy, and I just won't buy their stuff.
I believe you've had people come in around like the holidays and they need to sell stuff because
I've had people come in like I know one actually is a friend of mine. He's like, I'm getting married. I need to sell my shit to buy a wedding ring.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Well, here you go. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to buy your stuff. Get your wedding ring. So I always joke that like, technically you're only married because of me, bro. We actually had art done. We were going to do a T-shirt. We just never did it yet.
Yeah, we didn't.
But yeah, if someone comes in and they seem like they're like tweaking and stuff, I'm not gonna. Where we're at, I don't really get that very often. I don't think I've ever had someone come in. I've had some people come in with some like dirty ass shit.
Usually,
and
if it's that kind of
it's like
situation,
I don't
not
buy
something
like
we
one or
buy.
two items anyways. Normally, I'm buying like big collections. If you come in with 2 things, I normally don't buy it. So,
but you'll do trades. Like if someone came in with something and said, "Hey,"
sometimes, but a lot of times it's like we have so much of the modern stuff. I mean, if someone comes in with something we need, yeah, we'll do a trade or something like that. But normally, if someone comes in with like 1 thing, 2 things, I'm not even normally buying it.
And then Viper Scout asks, do you have good relations with other toy store owners, or do you just run your store and avoid the competition?
I mean, we run our store. I don't care. They're going to do their thing.
These faces like,
well, there's another toy store like 50 yards north of us. When people come in with collections that I want to buy, I send them to him.
Yeah.
I'd rather say, hey, go to this place. Maybe he can help you out. Or
we always refer to the other shops in the area.
We just do what we're going to do our best, and just try to do a better job than everybody else.
Yeah, so I would say like getting to know you.
There's enough toys out there. I tell you what, there's shit everywhere. So
yeah, I would say getting to know you. You're one of you're one of those people, and I've talked to a lot of different toy owners where they do have this big network of, oh, I know so and so. You're more like, hey, yeah, there's other toy stores and it's great, but we're just here to deal with our own stuff. I'll send you somewhere else, and people sometimes will send you over here, but we're just here to kind of deal with our own business. We're not really concerned with what other people are doing. Yeah. Is that kind of safe to say?
Yeah.
I mean, there's McDonald's across from Wendy's. No, just do your thing. Make a better burger. Sell a better toy.
And like you said, he's not joking when he says you said 50 yards. I don't even know if it's 50 yards.
I could hit him with a water balloon on a slingshot if it was frozen.
If you had an Enertech gun, you might be able to hit it.
I probably could hit it with a paintball gun.
They shoot 30 feet. But I would say his store is different than yours for sure. Yeah. He doesn't carry a lot of the modern stuff. He carries a lot of, old, 90s stuff and some older stuff. most of his modern stuff, I think, comes from 2 or 3 years old, not brand new stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just a different, not a bad store, just a different store. You just have everything. You really do have a club. And again, I still haven't seen the warehouse, other than the pictures. And you're like, I'm on a 12-foot ladder, trying to take the picture from here.
That was a 20-foot ladder. So we're looking for a large location right now. I want to have something where it's big enough where we can put our warehouse and everything incorporated into one location.
Right.
And Toy Optics here, Spec. He says most celebrities are grateful and know who put the food on their tables. Yeah. Is that true? I think. And
there's some horror stories. I have a buddy who has a toy store up in Massachusetts, and he's had some people, and he's like Corey Feldman, or is it Corey Feldman? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. He also has done a ton. He does a ton
of signings, but he's like, do not get this person. This guy, he's crazy. Like he tries to charge, like he won't sign unless you pay him an extra $1,000 or whatever.
We
like
do.
He's told me some horror stories, so I kind of like,
I'm
not gonna get him. Like I'll ask every wrestler, who should I not get? They always give me the same name. So there's certain wrestler I will never try to get.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Viper Scout says like a closed Kmart.
That's too big. Yeah.
There's one right down the street. I think that one is still closed, isn't it? The one on Van Dyke.
That's been closed forever, but that's like fucking 100.
I know.
We probably could fill it, but yeah.
The one on Grove Pack is still closed.
It's hard to find good help.
Well, I think a good time to start looking for closed locations is right after Halloween. Like you get to drive by Halloween, see where all the Spirit Halloweens are, so you know where everything is out of business, and then you can kind of go in and see how big the store actually is and what it can hold.
We want to try to stay like close to where we're at, obviously, because this is we live in Utica, our store's in Utica. I'm close with all the the mayor and all the people that kind of run the city, and we do.
The mayor seems very, very supportive of having.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Gus is a good guy.
No, but I think, and again, you said you haven't had any bad signings, any bad people. And again, I say like with this show here, I've avoided having anyone that is hard to talk to. I know eventually it's going to happen. I sit here, I do this for 2-3 hours. There's going to be one of those times where you have someone on, you're going to get 15 minutes into it and be like, oh man, we can't go this long. Like some people, like they want to do a show and then they don't talk and you're like, hey, this is a talk show. So I'd say eventually you'll probably have someone that comes in that it's like,
oh, I'm sure we will. Yeah.
You're here to do a signing, yet you don't want to converse with anyone here. You don't want to do
people that are worse than others, but no one's been like horrible.
And I gotta say, like talking to like Mick Foley, Mankind, he was wonderful.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He was super nice. You could just see the pain on him as he's walking in.
Yeah. I remember that one. That was that one kid ran up to him. I had to like body check this guy. He's like, "Meh!" And he comes over there, back off. Like Mick was like, what the fuck?
I say like the only trouble we've had has been more with like the manager.
Oh god, yeah.
Of
dealing with the scheduling.
I didn't want to say nothing.
The actual celebrities themselves are always amazing. So
yeah, and I think a lot of wrestlers and like Spec here, Toy Optics saying B and C list celebs are usually the worst. They are bitter. They never truly became somebody. The A-listers are usually the nicest. Yeah. Now Spec is a cameraman in Hollywood, so he's met a lot of these people. So he likes to name drop at some of our Can
you give us The Rock? Do you know Dwayne Johnson? That's what I want to know.
Julian knows him.
I know. He needs to get him in the shop.
I was going to tell some sob story how you're going to hospital.
That one might be a high priced.
Some of these people, like before Hogan died, I want to say that the agent we talked to said he wanted $150,000 for 3 hours. I'm like, you're out of your mind, bro.
How could you ever?
Like if you did a con, you'd probably charge the same thing, but they're collecting money at the door. We don't charge at the door. It's like the money for the signing, But it's expensive. Like you get guys, and they all have different prices and the structures, but you're paying for first class airplane tickets because they're too big to put in coach. You got to get their hotel. You got to feed them. You got to do all that stuff. So it's a lot that goes into it. It's an investment for sure, and most of the time you don't break even. It's just
Yeah. Oh yeah. These these are not money making
Yeah.
events.
we do
No.
them for you guys. So
We definitely
please
do
come
them
out
for
and
the
see
community.
them and help us.
But again, like if you're able to get someone to come in and
Yeah, and then
you're
you're
able to come in
you're
and
coming back every couple weeks. It's
exactly.
But yeah, we don't make money. I don't know that we made anything on any of the signings.
No, I don't think so.
You get close to breaking even sometimes, but it's not.
No, it's
Yeah,
all
so
about Jimmy
Yeah, like I
John's.
said,
if
part
you're
of it's
thinking
like-
about doing it as a money making thing, it's
Yeah.
not.
I mean, if you're doing a con and you're doing cover charges for people to come in and all that stuff, then yeah, you might make some more money. But like, we don't like to charge. Like some of them, like, well, you got to charge extra to sign this. I was like, no, we're not
No,
doing
we
that.
try
That's
not
stupid.
to do that.
Why are you going to charge me $20 extra to sign a figure? Because it's
Yeah.
worth more. So what? It doesn't take you any longer to go like this. So
Screw it.
Now, would you have more toy tubers come in? Because I know you had the dance come in.
I want to try to get Dan to come back out when his new book comes out, the Turtle book.
That was
So-
a really fun event too.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That
It
was
fun.
really fun.
So that would be
Who are
Dan.
other toy tubers?
That'd be
I don't know
Pixel
any
Dan.
other ones than you, and no one's going to pay to get your signature.
Who
Oh, I
Actually,
know that.
Yeah, I don't know any other toy
Hey,
tubers.
this guy here is the only person that ever asked for a signature from me, and that was on the leather neck figure that he bought because he wanted me to sign it because everyone said.
Aw.
So he's the only person that's ever, and that's fine. I don't.
Before, but I don't know how to sign Sarge. It's like, so I just put my real signature. It just says, I forget how to make a capital S in cursive, to be honest with you.
No, it does, and I mean, I know a lot of people want to meet like the toy tubers, and I just tell everyone, I'm like, especially like Joe Fest, and if Ed's here, the running joke at Joe Fest became like I'm kind of a big deal, and I couldn't walk down an aisle, but it was true. Like so many people got to know me, in the Joe community, and they just want to stop and talk to you because they feel like they know you, and it became a running joke, but it's like. These people just want to talk, stop and talk to you. So I know there's a lot of people that do want to meet the toy tubers, and I just tell everyone, I go, hey, I'm just one of those people that was willing to hit, record, hit go live, and talk. Not everyone's willing to do that. Not everyone can do that. And somewhere along the lines, people started enjoying it, and you're just like, okay, cool. It seems weird that people actually want to meet you still.
Yeah. We were in Maryland, and I remember we were down at Ocean City.
Oh,
We're sitting there eating crabs, and someone's like, "Hey, are you Sergeant Red?" I'm like,
That
Fuck.
was so weird. That was so
But you were
bizarre.
in Maryland and
"You're
that.
in Maryland, yeah." Well, we have a YouTube channel too, so I think they saw us on YouTube, which
Yeah.
we haven't
Okay.
do a lot on there anymore. It's just it's hard to do because we do the videos where we'd go to people's houses and the collections. Like I did one today. It's like I was like half-heartedly doing it. I don't ever feel like doing this, but so yeah. It's kind of strange. It's cool.
Is he gonna want? He wants you to sign it, Lawrence, or he wants?
I don't know.
He's Papa Smurf.
I love
Yes,
it.
so here's Ed. He's the guy, it became a joke. Thursday with a Friend starring APWT. It's all about me.
Wow.
If you have people on as a guests and you do a conversation and you don't interact with them, then it's just drilling people with questions.
This is not 2020 or Dateline or whatever. 60 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
As I say, I don't think there's any toy tube host right now doing anything toy tubing that takes more shit in his own chat than I do.
So wait,
Such an
okay,
easy
so
target.
suggestions of people, like, is there any? But obviously Dan Larson, Pixel Dan, but who else? Like who?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, there's again the only big. I mean, there's only so many big toy tubers. Chartermus Prime, he's like the biggest because he was like the first one to really start doing it. But I don't. I think a lot of people want to. But like, so he says Mega J. I don't think people like want their signatures. I think they're more interested in just kind of like meeting them and talking to them, and they want to see them at cons. So, it's I don't know. It seems weird. Like, if somebody said, "Hey, do you want to come out to the store and let's say Indiana and then do a signing," I'd be like, I don't think anyone really. If you ask, "Hey, do you want to come to the show?" and
What if we go to Dunk Tank with Lawrence in it?
no, that's okay.
Bro, $1 per ball?
Papa Gray and I have been pushing to get an event with a dunk tank, and that might just be what talks Sarge into it. Will you get in the dunk tank?
Why the hell do I want to be in the dunk tank? What do I get out of this?
Because then he will finally say yes, because he keeps telling
See,
me
look,
and Papa
if
no.
I'm the one that falls in the dunk tank, I can stand up. There's no risk of drowning. For you, you're going to tread water for a little bit, buddy.
But I can't even touch the bottom, so I
I
could
know
drown.
that's the point. We don't. Oh, if there's no risk, there's no reward.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so Luke here is jumping in saying, "You guys don't realize how big these toy troopers' egos are. Imagine having your dad being action figs. This guy won't stop mentioning how famous he is." Look, there he is.
See?
There it is.
Right there.
This is my moderator.
Good. Would you show up? Would you drive to Michigan, wherever you're at?
Ooh, is he in Michigan already?
Yeah.
No, he's in New York.
That's not that far a drive.
He's in
to
Buffalo, New York.
We'll do it in wintertime, too.
You actually might be able to get a lot of these assholes to show up here. I'm not even joking.
Maybe $5 a pitch. I don't know.
Look, my other moderator, Matthew.
See?
Man, I might have to drive to Michigan
Onto something
Or-
here.
I think
in
we
the
might
dunk
be onto
tank.
something.
It might just be a.
All we need to do, so we'll get
What's your
Lawrence
day
in there,
off?
we'll get Gus in there.
I don't have days off. I work Monday
What
through
day
Friday, and then I
day.
YouTube all
We'll
day.
replace it. We'll put a bar of soap in there, and
Little bubble bath.
yeah, good.
How do I get roped into anything? Like what I do to anyone?
Oh, I like where this is going, though. I think it's funny.
Why don't you get in it? You want the dunk tank so much, D.
I do you really think
She
I
did
would?
get slimed when we had the Ghostbusters there.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
You
I'd
what?
get in it. I would do the dunk tank, no problem. That sounds.
We
fun.
had the Ghostbusters there with our Ghostbuster car, and we slimed Denise. We dumped a bucket of it was shampoo on
It
her
was
head.
shampoo on my head, but yeah, it was slimed. It was funny.
Well, D, I can see it because you do stuff for. I mean, just to get out there and start doing the whole, good morning, all you beautiful toys. Like, that takes a lot to get out there. Yeah, it's like what they say about like doing YouTube. Like, people I don't know what to do, and they're like, just do it. Don't try and make everything perfect. Just you'll get used to it after a while.
You just I don't know. I just like to have fun, and I try not to let things scare me or whatever. So I'm like, oh, that sounds crazy. Let's try it.
Yeah, and here's Viper Scout saying, "It's funny, your moderators are the first in line to dunk you."
That means they really like you. If
Does
they
it?
really didn't because if they really didn't like you, they wouldn't say anything. They'd be like, oh, I hope somebody dunks that asshole, and not say anything. It's true.
Oh, wait. SAS Dog says, "Make it a New Year's Day polar bear dunk
Now
tank.
that I might not do.
Give away an Arctic kiss."
I remember when I ran into Lake Huron. Remember me and Taylor ran down there, and it was freezing in the
When
ice.
it's frozen, yes. No, thank you.
Yeah, that was bad.
No, I don't love the cold.
That was a
There's
good
no
dash.
such thing as bad weather, only inappropriate clothing, and I firmly believe that, which means I need layers and bundled up. I'm not getting the cold water. No way.
Oh, I disagree with that. There is bad weather.
No, if you have the right clothing, it's all good.
There's also bad clothing, though.
There is that. Well, yeah.
And Ed here says it's because he pays us so much that we won't have extra cash. Nah.
Well, dude, can I moderate too then? Shoot.
Yeah, you paying?
Yes, the whatever you're making right now for me is how much I pay my moderators.
Cool.
Nice.
Buy
Nice.
a couple toys a month.
It'll buy you zero. But I give like 10% raises every year. But 10% of zero is still
Instead of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see Viper Scout here says yeah, I heard he doubled your pay this year. That's
Nice.
the toys went up and I had to get raises for everything. So let me ask you guys, like, where do you see the store going and everything where do you see it going in the future?
I mean, I think we're trying to get a bigger place. We'd like to do a bigger place, do more events. and then I'm gonna retire and sell everything to you.
No, I think we want to be bigger. I know people have asked us if we were going to open like other locations,
Yeah, I don't
and
want to
that's
open a second
not.
location. I'd
that's
rather
not
just get a
our-
bigger one and make it more of a destination, because once you start spreading out like that, you can't be there. And I think
keep the
it's
vibe.
important to have, you're the face of your business. You should be there. Maybe not as much as I'm there. Good Lord. Poor Bree. People come in, Sarge. She'll be like, no. So, oh. And she's like, it gets so sad. I'm like, I'm sorry. I live here. I can't help it.
They do it to
But
me,
she's
too.
helpful too. You can talk to her. If you call up and talk to someone and I'm not available, you can talk to them. They can help you find the item.
Dee
Wait,
is
take
way more knowledgeable than someone might think.
What's
What?
that?
I said Dee is way more knowledgeable
You
than
know,
someone
right?
might think.
I
She's
don't know
much
how
smarter
I take
than me.
that comment.
Well, no, because again,
enough.
like I think a lot of people see you and you like you said, I don't collect anything. And a lot of people they'll say, hey, I don't collect anything or whatever, and they just leave it at that. Where like you said, you've tried to learn about all of this.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know?
I've learned it all as I've gone too. It's not like I'll get sometimes in our comments on YouTube. How did you not know what that was? Because there's fucking a million toys. Of course, I don't know what every single one is. Anyone who tells you they know every toy is a freaking liar. You know?
Did you say I should
So-
get yours on Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us that.
Is that
Yeah,
Andrew?
Yes. Andrew said
Hi,
hi.
Andrew. But
Hello.
yeah, so it's just like you learn as you go. There's toy lines I had no idea. I didn't play with half of this stuff when I was a
You
kid.
waved.
So
I
the
saw
stuff that
that.
you get, you learn as you go. Like there's stuff I didn't realize there were variants and different colored haired Lukes and all that shit. It's like you learn it as you go.
Wait, you didn't know that there was different colored Luke hair?
No,
Or that Han Solo had two different heads, two different
I think it's
faces?
heads.
Oh jeez.
No, I agree. I don't. There are certain industries, certain types of stores that you can have multiple locations and it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think a toy store, like people are coming to your store for a specific item. They don't want to hear, oh, we have it at the other location. It's 20 miles away.
Well, it's not even just that. It's also you want people like when people walk in. Like I know 90, well not 90%. Like a lot of guys I know. I either know what you like or what you're looking for, or I know your name. You come in and you feel like it's comfortable to be there.
We
We
don't-
want
we
everyone to feel welcome. But if you
Don't want to be a faceless
not
big
like-
box. Like that's not.
we're never gonna be millionaires. I don't care. It's like
No.
I want to enjoy it. I want to interact with the people that come in. I want to talk to people. Like people come in and they, we just shoot the shit. It's I enjoy
It's not just a toy store, it's an experience. Like that's what we want. And if we divide that up, like it wouldn't, like when we talked about, do we do this whole thing with both of us or one of us? Do we split them up? And it's like you can't split up Sarge and Reds. You just can't. It doesn't work.
No, because one would be Sarge and the other one would be Reds, and then
Yeah,
make
and
no sense.
no one go to Reds because everyone thinks she doesn't know anything. Sometimes
be-
like, oh, there's more of those on orders. Like, no, there's not, Dad. What are you talking about? Stop telling people I'm getting more of those. I'm not.
So your dad's just making shit up there.
Every
yeah.
once in a while. But
I
I mean,
don't
we have a lot of people come into. They're like, "How do you know?" It's like we keep inventory. Like,
Yeah, that's all. We have
we
it
have
all
tools,
tracked. I
for
mean, it's
sure. Yeah.
And that's what I've told people. I'm like, if you don't see something, if you're there, ask them, because it's in the system. Now, I don't know if all your vintage stuff is in the system. That looks like it may be a little bit harder to do.
No,
But all the
put
modern
on
stuff,
everything, and it's like
If it's ready for sale,
it's in
it's
the
in
system.
the system.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you should still ask, because now if it's not been prepped and ready for sale, then
Like there's some stuff.
then John, I'll be like, John, we've gotten one of those things or whatever it
Yeah.
is? Like, we'll have to check.
Sometimes, I got it upstairs. Let me go grab it. I mean, you've seen how much stuff's up in that office.
Yeah.
That's like where I was sorting stuff. And actually, I need to have a GI Joe sorting party. So I need to get
Mhm.
everything in the warehouse and just start sorting GI Joes. I just did it with He-Man. He-Man and Star Wars are easier. GI Joe's more of a pain in the ass because there's so many different accessories.
you
each
mentioned
thing's
that.
like my
And
thing.
I said we can. Hey, I have I have a list of things that I need so we can work things out that
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Um, even when I wasn't really collecting, when Susan and I were together, I would go through all my stuff that I had. And I still had a lot of stuff, most of my childhood stuff. And she was always blown away. She's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Well, I know this Recondo has his original backpack, but has the accessory gun." And I remembered everything. And she's like, "You can't remember what we're doing next week." I'm like, "Because it's not important."
Yeah, right. This is important. Recondo needs to know which gun he has.
Do we have a flag?
I have a lot of flags. I think I have 3 in the box, and I don't know how many loose ones. I just have to get the complete and put it out. There's one I have where it's like, what was it? I call it the Pigeon Dust House. I don't think that's what the video is called, but the guy had a flag in the box. They opened it to make sure all the pieces were in there, and it's like all the parts are still in the baggies. And I need to put it with the box from the 80s house because it's a lot nicer box. But like the problem with the flag is there's nowhere for me to put it in the store. It won't fit on top of the showcase because it's too tall. Like there's nowhere to put it.
Oh, he wanted to know if.
Yeah, he meant me.
Oh, Larry, do you have a flag? Well, Larry can have a flag because I have many of them.
No, Larry has a flag.
Larry needs another flag. Larry needs
Everyone thinks it's funny because I had my childhood flag and I had to tell the story numerous times. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that my parents loved me more than they loved you guys. So don't get mad at me. Don't hate me on it.
Ooh.
Todd sees jumping in here. I do have 8 shipwrecks to put on it too.
Nice.
For Christmas in '85, I got 8 shipwrecks for Christmas. And then my mom was mad, thinking that I would have realized it. Just gave my dad a glaring look, and when we went downstairs, there was the flag. I still have my flag displayed. Almost.
What are you missing?
I'm missing a couple of pieces of the array, the antenna array.
Yeah.
I'm missing the 2 clips that clip the superstructure into place, which I don't think I ever had. I'm missing the microphone. I really need them. I think I'm missing a couple of deck clips. I do have the back rail somehow. I'm actually missing a couple of little. I'm missing all the little piece on the radar. But I mean, again, it's my childhood one. I played with it.
That's amazing.
It's been taken apart. I've never added anything to it. Like I've never gone out and found anything like that I need to complete it.
So it's just the one that
I don't
you
have
played
much from
with.
my childhood. My daughter actually found a Mad Ball, like a knockoff Mad Ball, at my parents' house the other day.
Oh,
It was
that
on
was
New
so
Year's.
funny.
I was like, oh shit, I remember having it as a kid. So it was like one of the very few things I had from when I was like younger.
She found it in a
In
closet.
a closet in my old bedroom. Yeah, my parents really needed to clean out their closets.
Yeah.
Mad Balls were fun.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
real one. It was like some knockoff, but actually I'll go get it. It's here.
Where is it? Is
They
it
had a
here?
lot of those. Mad Balls were one of those things like you could throw at people, but the moment you soaked it in water and chucked it at someone, it was going to hurt.
Oh, but it was way more fun then.
It was heavy. It was heavy and fast, and you were going to hurt someone. Yeah, I don't know where you guys would put a flag.
Yeah, I mean,
And anytime,
go ahead.
anytime you do something like that, putting it together, you're risking stuff
Losing
breaking if
They're
somebody buys
breaking.
it.
Yeah.
She found this in the closet.
That is a knockoff, isn't it?
Oh hell yeah, it's a knockoff. It's like full of air.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
It's a dog toy, really.
Yeah, I've heard the Defiant. I don't have the Defiant. I've heard the
I have a
Defiant.
Defiant if you want it.
You saw it, didn't you? Drool over it.
Yes, that is my holy grail, but I don't have the money for it.
Save. We have layaway.
Speaking of our daughter, is that
I
Talia?
think so.
Is
She
that-
got up earlier and went to the bathroom.
There's still like what, $4,000?
No, I don't think that much.
Is she up?
I'll give you 300 for one right now.
Oh, 300. What do you think? Oh, he's not listening.
I might
now.
even go. I might even go 500. I got a dog that's probably gonna need a $3,000 surgery. So
Why?
he hurt his leg. So right now he's on medicine, anti-inflammatory. He's actually walking on a little bit better, but they tear what is considered their ACL. It's their cruciate ligament. It's an ACL. So I got to take him back in like a week or so. But the doctor's like, the vet was like, well, he's like, it hurts him because he like kind of squawks when I move it, but I can tell it's still together. So let's just have him. Let's put him on anti-inflammatory. Try and keep him, so he's not running around.
Yeah.
The pain meds, everything makes him lethargic, but he's starting to walk on it more. But you don't want him to. You want to but he's a dog. He doesn't understand. So he's usually he'd be sitting in this chair or with Olivia. But when she took a shower, she came up and she said like, "Hey, I got to take a shower. Roman's going to be downstairs." I heard him start whining.
Poor dude.
Like, you're fine down there, buddy. You can sit there. You're good for a little bit.
When he's all better, you have to bring him to the shop.
I didn't know if I was allowed to. Though I did see a couple people, but he's also like a 65-pound pit bull.
He's good.
And he loves people. Other dogs, not so much.
Oh. Don't want him to eat anything. any other animals. We had somebody bring up their parrot into the shop one time.
I
It
had a
was
guy
so
come in
cool.
the other day. He was looking around for a minute. He didn't get anything. I was like, "Hey, what you look for?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. My daughter's monkey's getting neutered over at the vet up there." I was like,
Monkey?
What? Yeah, he had a monkey getting neutered. I was like, that poor bastard. He knows what's going on.
Oh. I didn't know you could talk, like, really happy.
Neither did I.
Uh,
Apparently you can.
Wow.
and see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff that I deal with in my own car. If they let you go in, Roman should be fine.
Exactly.
These are the mean things that people say to me for no reason.
Aw.
I entertain them multiple times a week, and I
Are you not detained?
I think they are because they're still here every week for some odd reason.
Yeah,
So,
probation.
but is there anything you want to promote that's going on? I know you mentioned the two different wrestlers before we kind of wrap it up.
Earlier today we did the anything you buy is free sale. That's over though. We have the two wrestlers coming up. What else is coming up?
I don't think we have anything else significant right now on the books or anything like that. I don't think so. No, I mean, we just kind of par for the course. Like, we would love for you guys to come out and visit us, make a day of it. There's if you're from far away or if you're looking for a day trip, there's the Legacy Aquarium, like 2 blocks, less than a mile from the shop. So if you're into animals and stuff, they just opened that last year. Really cool. It's a really awesome story and everything behind the family that runs it, Brian Bartek. But the Legacy Aquarium is right down the road from us. So, I mean, it's real easy to make a whole day. It's like you can make a whole venture of coming to Utica for sure.
You can go down the road and go to, not Dave and Buster's. What's the other little amusement park we have?
Oh,
CJ Barrymore's.
CJ
Barrymore's.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hoot.
I had someone from California send me the thing for the racetrack. And it was like, hey, he's like, just so you know, this is, this is somewhere, somewhere close to you. I'm like, I can hear it from my house.
That's so funny.
Like if we go out for a walk, you can hear people screaming from my house.
Awesome.
It was one of those things you drive by, you never go there.
Yeah.
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 I think it's more people drive from out of the area to go to it.
Yeah. Yeah, like we went to St. Louis a few years ago, and they had something very similar. That this is actually pretty cool. If we had something like this in Michigan, and I'm like, I do. It's like a mile from my house. I never go there.
It's true when it's like right next door to you. Like, you don't think much of it, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff around here.
Yeah, there's the minor league ball stadium downtown.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy John's Stadium.
You know, we went there for Father's Day, and I'd never been there before, and it was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a cool stadium.
You know, you get in really easily. You just kind of sit there, and you know, we were there with. Like I said, we went there for Father's Day, so my ex and the kids, and then her brother who played professional baseball.
Oh really?
Then when I was talking to my daughter, he retired in 2000. And she's like, how good are these people? I'm like, your uncle's probably still the best pitcher in here. So Cooter's Garage says, just check. Sergeant Reds is 8 hours and 1 minute from me.
That's if you're going the speed limit. I bet you can get here in 7 hours.
Well, it took me 8 hours. I'm sorry, 9 hours to get to Conam, Iowa, in Des Moines. So
I went somewhere in Iowa. I bought a big collection out in Iowa once. I drove out there.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you and Chris went, right?
Well, we used to drive all over the place, but lately it's like most people just bring stuff to the shop. If there's a big collection, we'll still go for it.
Challenge accepted. That's what I was thinking. See how fast you can make it.
well, I know there's a few people from out of the area that have said they've been here, and I've told people, I'm like, hey, if you ever come up here, you know, people that obviously my channel, I'm like, hit me up. I'll take you around to places. I mean, I don't drink.
Toy tours.
There you go.
I didn't say I'd take you to other toy stores. I didn't say that.
I think the farthest we had someone drive, they drove, was it Montana or North Dakota? North Dakota. They drove all the way from North Dakota to come to the shop. I was like, oh my God, what else are you doing out here? Nothing. I was like, oh shit, that's cool. 17 hours ain't shit. We expect to see you next week.
I can't get him to drive to Joe Fest for like 4 days to hang out with all of us. Always has an excuse. I don't want to get a divorce from my wife. I'm like, shut up, dude.
If she divorces you because of that, well,
that's what we keep. That's what myself and the other moderator keep telling them. It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well make it fun.
At least we'll have a reason to.
Try to appease wives and everything.
So if we get a new store that's bigger, we're gonna have a margarita bar for the spouses.
A waiting area.
Would you like a coffee or a margarita? Here you go.
You know, that's not a bad idea, and I say this because the guy cannot say, dude, you're spending way too much money on that, because she's just gonna look at him and go, really?
So somebody's asking about West Coast. Do we sell on eBay?
Yeah, we have an eBay store.
So we have an eBay store. Also, to note, if you follow our social media, we always post on like Facebook and Instagram for new stuff that we get in. We'll ship. Like you can DM us and we can invoice you and ship.
Yeah.
stuff.
So if you see something on eBay, just call the shop.
Yeah.
We'll sell it for cheaper than it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when we post pictures too, we can do that. As far as picking toys, a lot of times the guys from Toys for Tots, they say we need stuff in these different age ranges. So they have different toy like age ranges they try to get, like boy and girl. So we'll try to go based off what they want, like what they need to fulfill what they need for their lists of families they have that year.
It's all McFarlane.
No.
There's a lot of Monster High, Star Wars. I mean, we do a good mix of everything.
Yeah.
It has to be modern stuff, though. You can't do Power of the Force and old Barbies. So,
nope.
Like when they did toys, we had like the new Strawberry Shortcakes and Monster High. They counted Pokemon as girl toys, so we did a bunch of Pokemon stuff. A lot of different things.
And I told everyone, I'm like, you know, it can't be like Power of the Force stuff. It's all modern stuff. And I go, John goes through and he picks out everything, and he picks out a little bit of, you know, everything, but it's not going to be these Power of the Force, anything like that. Because kids don't want. I mean, no offense. I mean, you don't want a kid getting something and being like, this is cool, and then he goes to the store and finds out they don't sell them. But then he can go to like your store and go like, oh, I can get like 10 Power of the Force for the price of it classified. That fucking cheap still.
We've actually had like people will drop stuff off in other drop boxes that are too old for them to do anything with, like Power of the Force or Holiday Barbies and stuff. But just bring it in. I'll trade you modern stuff you can use for it.
Yeah.
So, do I need Holiday Barbies? Fuck no. Actually, Jason, one of the guys that works for us, he has 2 giant Toys for Tots boxes filled with holiday Barbies in his garage. Because I was like, I don't fucking need these, but whatever, man. We'll donate stuff you guys can use because kids need the toys, man. It's all about, the kids need.
No, yeah, and again, I think you guys do it the right way.
Really should.
And I was very. I mean, again, I remember, like I said, the whole punkathon, the whole Toys for Tots thing. I wanted to do it from the day I started doing this, but I wasn't ready. Like, it was really 6 months of like, once I committed to it, the journey of getting to it and being very worried about it. And I remember actually, D, I asked you first. I go, hey, do you think John would be willing to do this? And I remember talking to John. I remember you being in the store being like, it drives me nuts because people walk in and they're buying stuff and they're like, oh, that's awesome. You do Toys for Tots. But then they never buy anything to put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
people like, yeah, we'll put you in this raffle for a $200 gift card, or if you get this, you get the military discount and everything in the store.
Yeah.
And like the stuff, like when we do the Punkathon, we do everything at wholesale cost. Like we're not making money on it. We're just like, okay, well, here's what it was. So that way there's more stuff going.
And this is both of them. This is from both years.
Why is that one so big? Roll it tighter.
Well, this was the first one. And then when we did the second one, I couldn't remember because I rolled it at the store. I couldn't remember. And when I got home, I was like, oh, I really did it a little bit tighter.
Looks like a giant joint in your hand.
But no, that was, again, I was like, and I didn't know you guys all that well. I mean, I talked to you obviously. But that was, one of the things. And ID was like, oh, I think he'd love it. And I just thought like, not that you're complaining about the Toys for Tots, but it's like people are telling you how great it is, and then they just walk by it while they're buying something rather than picking up a $20 figure or anything and throwing it in there. And I was like, well, this might help out. And you were great to say, hey, you know what, we'll give it at we'll give it at a cost. I know the stuff that they're looking for, and again, we raised $3,600 this year. And I know when I got there, you pulled it up and we still had like $400 to get through.
Well,
and we were upstairs like picking up through, picking different things and grabbing some girl stuff and pretty much if it was a female, it was like girl toy. It's a girl toy. I'm like, why? Because it's like girl. But yeah, again, I've had a blast doing it. It is you have to start preparing. You have to be. But now that I've done it, the second year was a lot easier because year one went way smoother than I thought, and then second year, it's just like, all right, it's not that bad. But you do start going. I will say this: around Wednesday and Thursday, I start looking at the chair and I'm like, oh my God, this is a long time. It's a long time to be sitting in that chair. But everyone has been so great and so helpful. And you guys, again, I couldn't ask for better people to do it with.
Aww.
With you guys. Although I don't think you guys ever made the videos.
I was just thinking that as we're talking about it, it's like I think I have that on my list of videos to get out.
I know we didn't do 24.
Yeah, I need to get that.
And you had me lay down next to.
Oh yeah, the receipt.
Yeah.
Lawrence is long.
That's how. Yeah, we measured how many Lawrences it was. Yes, I need to get that. I need to put that out.
See, now they're all gonna want.
Huh?
Now they're all gonna see it.
I think
we measured how.
I bought a collection in March of 2023, and she still hasn't edited the video to put out. So at this point, I think
that one's never gonna happen.
All the toys have been sold at this point.
That one's never gonna happen.
Denise likes to procrastinate.
I don't procrastinate on everything.
I have one of those too in the house. So don't worry.
I was gonna say call me, but I didn't want to be offensive, so I didn't say
it. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys all. It's midnight now. Please, if you guys can head out to Sergeant Red's, you're not gonna not. How's the best way to put it? You're not gonna be disappointed. At least with D. John, you might be.
Hey, I'm pretty snazzy.
Yes.
Show up when Papa's there.
I
As long
think
as
if you come
John's
in 90% of the time, it's gonna be me, and then what? Maybe 10% of the time you'll
Oh
be
man.
The only time John, I think the only time you're not there is normally if what you.
there. I'm at the warehouse on
He's
like
at the
Thursdays
warehouse.
normally, or if I'm buying a collection. Like today, I was buying a collection.
Yeah.
Or when you're
I'll
picking up one of the
If you need
celebrities.
some Mezcos and Hot Toys and Mayfex and all that SH figure arts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
never
see-
open. It's like literally just like brand new, unopened, and shipper
That's
still.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
A
crazy.
And how can they find you online? I know I have your website, your Instagram.
We're
And
on
your YouTube
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. What else?
Those are the hot. That's the main ones.
YouTube.
Just sergeantreds.com is our website, and
It doesn't have like a toy catalog to buy stuff from.
yeah,
so.
we don't.
We
don't
probably
have
need
it
to
online.
try to do that, but it seems like a fucking nightmare.
I think that's what a lot of people. I think that's what a lot of people want. And I've tried explaining to people. I'm like, they're not not an online toy store. So I don't think you're going to see that type of catalog because, to me, I mean, that's something you really have to invest in having a web designer that's going to do all of that for you.
Yeah.
But how do you do that with stuff that's in the store too?
That's the problem, right?
We-
If something
yeah.
sells on, like some of the stuff we have in the shop is also on eBay, like some of the like graded stuff and things like that. But it's just
In a bulk scale, yeah, we'd have to
It's,
figure out. It's a heavy lift, right? It's a heavy lift to make that happen, and we need manpower. We did attempt it at one point in time, and kind of a couple years ago, and broke our inventory. That took a lot of cleaning up to do. So we want to make sure that
like everything got like doubled in the system. So like sometimes we're like, oh, do you have this? Like it says I have it, but that might be one of those ones that was fucked up from that.
Yeah, we have to check the dates. But I mean, yeah, so we don't have an online catalog, but that's why I tell people, like, if you see something, that we post about or whatever. I mean, we've had people reach out to us. They're like, you did this video and I saw behind you there was this thing.
Can I get that? Yeah, like that elf toy we just sent off.
Yeah.
I mean, we can send an invoice from our computer.
Came about. That's how Dan Larson came about, right? Dan Larson.
What about him?
That's how he came
That's
about.
how he came about. Like he saw in one of your videos.
Oh yeah, he saw something we got. It was
yeah.
War Duke, I think. He's like, "How'd you get
Yeah.
that? Can you send it to me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So
That's right. Good memory.
Well, he saw me at PowerCon wearing a Sergeant Red shirt. Like he stopped me when he was sitting at his little table.
Aw.
He's like, "Hey, the Sergeant Red's," and I was like, "No," and and then we started, and he told the whole story about like the War Duke, and he'd been waiting for it to come out and saw it, and reached out to them like, "Oh yeah, we can ship it out to you." And,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
he ships all the time. So
so
it's just a large scale.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we get in, and like it'll sell out pretty quick to our local community. So I don't want to. If it's something like the Catwoman came in, I was like, "Oh, can you mail me this? Can you mail me this?" I was like, "I only got one case so far, and it's gone. Like it doesn't last that long. We order a lot of cases, but some of the stuff, it's like, you get 6 cases of something that it's gone in a week."
there's
Like,
been a couple of those GI Joes that I was shocked when you're like, "Yeah, we're out."
Yeah.
And then magically you find one for me.
Magic.
So that's why I've learned that if there's something that comes in that I'm waiting for, I'll just call you up and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, call the shop, because if you you can message us online, but if it's something that's going to go fast, by the time I see it again on Instagram, it might be gone.
Mhm.
Like those sound waves we've gotten them in, the 86 sound wave. I have another batch of 60 coming, so that one should last longer. But the first one was 16, the next one was 24, and they were gone the first set was gone in half an hour, and the other one was gone like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So by the time I went back and saw on Instagram, people were messaging us, "Hey, can you send me one?" They were already gone. So just call the shop. We're there all the time. She won't let me leave.
Well, I want to say thank you guys all for joining. Again, this was how I wanted to kick off the new year. I knew you guys would be great. A little bit different than what I normally do with Thursday with a friend. Only because usually it's one person and we're going through their life, but I know people love the store. I mean, people love hearing about the store. That first year on the Punkathon, when you did the walkthrough, I think there was like 8 people on. and I watched all their jaws drop, and I'm just like, what? What's so what? I see this all the time. And that's when you realize people don't have stores that they can just go to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Wait till you see what we do next.
and I've been to stores, and not just toy stores, but other specialty stores, and you can tell that the person that owns it or that's running it is miserable. They just want you to buy something and then to leave.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like,
It's a
all
toy
right,
store.
well,
You should be fun and happy.
I agree, but this hobby is not about fun for a lot of people. We've learned that in toy tubing. A lot of it's about drama. A lot of it is about just being miserable that you're not getting exactly what you want.
I try to avoid the drama. It's not worth it.
Oh, drama's great.
Yeah.
And quickly before we take off, action figures sold separately is jumping in here. All right. Again, thank you guys. Dee, I'm gonna let you take it away with what you normally say at the end of your.
All right, guys. You know what I'm going to say? See you in the shop.
Take care. Bye.